White Claw. Shaking to a little, shook me all night long.
Good evening and welcome to Week 5 of the Iowa High School football season. I'm Trent Condon here with you on Prep Preview on CISN. We're powered by Fairway. Getting ready for a great week of high school football. 2 games for you coming up this week on CISN TV. We'll get to those games coming up here in just a little bit. But before we look forward, time to look back at Week 4, what we saw. First, start with our 2 games that we had here for you on CISN. The game that I was calling, along with Adam Beds out at Drake Stadium, Urbandale against Des Moines Roosevelt. It was a top 10 clash, but this one turned out to be all Jayhawks. Sam Anderson's defensive squad came to play as they completely shut down Des Moines Roosevelt. Turned out to be a 30-0 victory for the Jayhawks. Game that maybe wasn't as big of a blowout as the final score indicated there, but the defense certainly was a story from Urbandale as they pitched the shutout and get their 3rd victory of the season. Now 3-1 on the year. On the other side for Des Moines Roosevelt, just never could get the offense going. Of course, led by their great quarterback. Just one of those games where every time there seemed to be a glimmer of hope, one small opportunity, the defense for Urbandale was there to shut them down. And then the young quarterback, Peyton Rottinghouse for Urbandale. He goes down on the first play from scrimmage of the game. He's knocked down, looked like he had a pretty significant shoulder injury. Comes back, though, a series later, puts Urbandale on his back. He throws for 3 touchdowns in the game. Tough kid that went out there and played at a really high level for the Jayhawks. And young man that started playing a little bit as a freshman, was a starter last year as a sophomore. And you see his continued development now as an upperclassman in his junior season. Kind of numbers that he's putting up, giving Urbandale certainly an opportunity to put together a big series. The other one is Waukee against West Des Moines Valley. This one turned out to be all Tigers as Valley picks up their 3rd victory of the season, moving to 3-1. Very strong on the ground once again. And you see this Valley defense also making strides. It was a question mark early in the season. You saw the first couple of weeks. Give up 41 in that overtime game against Waukee Northwest. Give up 40 a week later against Southeast Polk. But then since then, they have ratcheted things up on the defensive side of the football. Remember the Tigers, they came in just 1 starter back from last season's team on the defensive side of the ball, but they've taken a big step forward there, and you got to think Gary Swenson's team continuing to build. They're going to be a factor as we move on throughout this season. A couple other scores to bring to you from last week as we look back, and number 1 goes down last week as Southeast Polk loses again to Ankeny. A rematch of last year's state championship game. That one went the Hawks' way, and this one very similar. 21-7 the final in that one. Southeast Polk working through some injuries right now. Certainly a question for them, but coming into the year, a lot of people felt that there was a big gap between Southeast Polk and everybody else at the high school level in Class 5A. Maybe not the case right now, though, when you look across. It's been one of those seasons where seemingly everybody just kind of beating up on each other here across Central Iowa. No undefeated teams left in Class 5A from Central Iowa. They've been beating themselves up. Southeast Polk, they get healthy, though, still going to be a factor. And how about Ankeny bouncing back from that disappointing Week 2 loss to their crosstown rival, the Ankeny Centennial Jaguars? What they've done since then. The passing game has really got going with J.J. Cole. He's starting to play his best football of his high school career. A lot of excitement there with the Hawks as they continue to build and try to make a back-to-back year in 2021. Some other scores from around the area last week at Johnston High School. This one turned out to be all Waukee Northwest. The Wolves came in with an 0-3 record. They had lost all 3 games where they led at halftime, and it was an absolute gauntlet for them. It started up with Valley. Then it was Dowling. Then it was number 1 Southeast Polk. All 3 of those games, they led at halftime, but let the lead falter in the second half. Not the case here. There was no letdown. It was domination really from start to finish from the Wolves. 31-0 the final as they pick up their first program victory for the Northwest Wolves. Some other games of note, also Dowling Catholic. They took the road trip over to Iowa City to take on City High. City High still undefeated now, 4-0 after they outlast on a trick play on the final play as they get it done with a halfback pass and threw the touchdown to win it 21-17 over the Maroons. Of course, still waiting to see if Jackson Smolik, their quarterback, will return this season. He's been out with a collarbone injury. Jake English has done a nice job at the quarterback spot, but certainly hope for Dowling Catholic fans that they're going to find a way to get him back there in the lineup before we get to the end of the season. Continues to be important for these teams, piling up victories, trying to get into that 16 playoff field that we will get to. 16 teams that will advance here in Class 5A to the playoffs. But Dowling Catholic goes down. City High, Mitch Moore, the former Roosevelt head coach, doing a really nice job with that football program. Another score to pass along, Ankeny Centennial had been playing better. They go up to Cedar Falls to take on the Tigers in the Unidome. This one turns out to be Cedar Falls, though, 28-14, the final in that one. So a nice victory there for Cedar Falls, a team that's been a little up and down, inconsistent this year. Same thing with the Jaguars. Plenty of big football games all in front of them. That's a recap of what we saw here in Week 4 across the landscape of Central Iowa. We're going to take a look forward here and get ready for Week 5. Our conversation with the coaches series come your way from Elite Eye Care. Big thank you to all of them for helping us out all season long. We'll hear from the coaches of your game and look around Central Iowa, some of the big matchups happening here this week. It's Week 5 of the high school football season. Prep Preview powered by Fairway. We're back with more here in a moment.
We are ready. We've waited for this one for a long time. The anticipation, the excitement, the intensity. The teams are on the field looking to build on last week's success.
From concept to planning to building completion, our team is with you every step of the way. We've been building all over Iowa. Schools, offices, stadiums, critical services, and more. Talk with us. Tell us your vision, and you'll see and feel the difference of having the Graphite team with you every step, brick by brick, beam by beam, and play by play.
And the beam is up.
Mitch, this isn't a field goal.
You mean like it's a touchdown? Graphite Construction Group.
Graphite Construction Group. We build it better.
So Russ, what do you do in the off season?
Mitch, we don't have an off season.
Holt's Plumbing and Heating continues to be one of Central Iowa's fastest growing plumbing, heating, and cooling companies. I'm proud of what we've accomplished at Holt. Our team is leading the way in providing the latest in home comfort solutions, and we have fun doing it. Our passion is to be the clear first choice for all your plumbing, heating, cooling, and home service needs. But at the end of the day, a job well done and a happy customer means everything to us. Just one more reason why more and more Central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
If you plan to buy a franchise business or you're thinking of starting a new franchise, there's a lawyer right here in Central Iowa that can help you through the process. Rush Niggett of Brick Gentry Law PC has set up an affordable service to help individuals considering buying or starting a franchise business. Learn more online at rushonbusiness.com. Let Rush Niggett help you buy or start your franchise. Rush Niggett, the franchise lawyer with Brick Gentry Law PC. It's good to have Rush on your side. Welcome back once again here. It's Prep Preview as we get ready for Week 5 of the Iowa High School football season. Conversation with the coaches presented by Elite Eye Care. Let's hear first as we take a look at our matchup. Dar Danielson had an opportunity earlier this week to talk to the new head coach for the Waukee Warriors, Gabe Baker, as the Warriors search for their first victory. Coming up next here, it's Conversation with the Coach, presented by Elite Eye Care.
Joining us now is Waukee head coach Gabe Baker, and let's talk a little bit about last week's game first, Coach, before we move on to Friday night. But it had some turnovers early, had some things there, and just couldn't quite follow through on them there. And that's kind of one of the things you go through when you're growing as a team, isn't it?
Yes, it is. You know, we started off that game about as well as we could have. I think offensively, we had a 14-play drive or 13-play drive, couldn't punch it in, got a long field goal. Then our defense got a couple turnovers, and we just couldn't muster much more than a first down or two from those turnovers. So if some of those plays change, who knows what happens the rest of the game. But you're right. It's just part of the growing process of learning to get those sudden change offensive possessions and doing something with them.
That kind of things you break down in practice and say, hey, here, maybe if we did this, and we're a little more prepared on this, and you kind of coach them through that.
Yes, very, very much so. I think everything that we do right now is a teaching moment for our team. We got a lot of guys that are just getting their first varsity experience, and we got to be teachers more than we are coaches at this point in time.
But you're seeing signs of progress, aren't you?
Yes, very much so. I think each week we've gotten better in a lot of areas. I know the score was 35-6 Friday night, but overall that was our best game that we've played against 4 pretty good opponents throughout the way, and Valley being one of the best ones.
Yeah, and that's the problem in this league. You can have your opponents that some of them are pretty explosive, and you give them the chances, and they take advantage of them, and things can change pretty quickly, can't they?
Yes, they do. They hit us with 3 big inside run plays and then a couple pass plays there, kind of in that middle 8, the last 4 minutes of the first half and first 4 minutes of the second half that really kind of broke our.
Well, let's talk about Johnston. I know they've had a few injuries to some key players, and they're kind of like you then, trying to fill in some spots and find their way here. What do you see out of them so far?
I see a team that's very confident in what they do. I think they play fundamental football. Defensively, they're always in the right spot, and they get a lot of guys to the football. That's credit to their coaches that they have on that side of the ball. I also think offensively, they're a lot like us. We kind of spread it out each to try to run the ball inside. We got quarterbacks that can move. So I think it's going to be a very good football game on Friday.
What are the key things you need to do to stop them then?
Well, I think we have to do a better job of continuing to get 11 guys to the football defensively. We did that to start off the game last Friday against Valley, and as the game went, it was more one-on-ones or missed tackles, things like that. So we have to get more guys to the football. We have to trust our keys, our reads as linebackers and secondary guys, and we just got to go out and have fun. We got to go out there and enjoy it, play with emotion, and love what we got going on for our homecoming game.
And that's part of the trouble when you're a teenager. And I remember way back when I played, it was that way, where you only get nine guaranteed dates usually, and they're one a week, and you just got to think, you want to go out there and work hard, but you also want to enjoy the moment when you're out there, don't you?
Yes, very much so. It's very easy for all of us to forget that this is a game, and the kids got to go out and enjoy themselves. You got to be hard on them, and we all want to win, but you got to do it with your teammates and your classmates, your friends, and enjoy the moment. It's about the experience in the end, and hopefully we can get on the winning side of these experiences here coming up.
I know you coaches are always evaluating things, but as a staff and as a team, looking at where you wanted to be, where do you stand, kind of as a grade right now as a team?
Well, I think before we started the whole process, I think we had some ideas. Once we got in it, I think some of those ideas changed a little bit. But I think from a progression standpoint, we're right where we need to be, and I think we can continue to improve and see what we can do over the next 5 weeks.
All right. Well, we appreciate you joining us here on the pregame show, and we'll see you at Waukee Stadium against Johnston on Friday night, Coach.
You bet. Thank you very much.
And you're watching CISN.TV.
For all of your and your family's eye care needs, make it Elite Eye Care. Dr. Ethan Heisman, Dr. Heidi Bell, and Dr. Kelsey Sawatsky provide expert eye care close to home. From eye exams to contact lenses, eyeglasses to sunglasses, make Elite Eye Care your local optometrist. Set up your next eye care appointment with Elite Eye Care, 9250 University Avenue in West Des Moines, and online at eyedoctordemoines.com.
Obsessively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way, and from a safe distance away. Delivering the energy you need while going the extra mile. Regardless of the times, our team remains committed to you.
Guys, are you looking for an excuse to watch football all weekend long? Then schedule your vasectomy with the Urology Center of Iowa. The Urology Center of Iowa offers nitrous during your vasectomy, cutting-edge technology to help you relax during your procedure. Make the call to 515-400-3550. That's 400-3550 or online at iowauro.com. vasectomies with the Urology Center of Iowa, and tell them you heard it on KXNO.
Our team at D. Armand Ford Indianola are committed to giving you an exceptional ownership experience.
As a family-owned business, my dad and I are in the dealership to ensure you experience the D. Armand difference.
Our core values of hard work, honesty, trust, and integrity are what we build our business on.
Experience the difference at the all-new D. Armand Ford Indianola,
where you'll actually enjoy doing business.
The all-new D. Armand Ford Indianola, DarmandFord.com.
Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto. I'm excited to tell you about our new lifetime oil change plan. When you purchase our plan, you'll never have to pay for an oil change again. If you get a different car, simply transfer the plan over. If that car's oil needs are different than your original plan, just pay the difference. It couldn't be simpler. You won't have to worry about inflation or prices going up. Give us a call at Westside Auto Pros to get details on the lifetime oil change plan. And remember, when I say lifetime, I mean your lifetime, not just your car's.
Joining us now is Johnston head coach Brian Woodley, and thanks for joining us here on the pregame show, Coach. And you guys had a rough one against Waukee Northwest, of course, a team that's really been playing everybody close here, and you guys have got off to a good start, but battling some injuries here in the early going, aren't you?
Yeah, it's been one of those years. Going back first to address the Northwest game. Yes, they've played a tremendous schedule for being an 0-3 team. We knew that going in. Great coaching staff. They got some pretty good players. Played 3 top 10 teams, in my opinion, and played them tough. So, that game was just a game of kind of snowballed at the end of the half where they scored late and had some momentum. And then we had a really bad third quarter, and the game kind of got away from us. So I told the kids we got to move on. We got to learn from it and get better for Waukee. So, yes, we're battling some key injuries this year. Kind of been a frustrating couple weeks. Once we lost Jack Rutz, our starting quarterback, kind of our Mr. Everything. He kicks, he punts, he plays quarterback, done for the year. Then you lose your starting tailback, a junior in Blake Tubbs, who also starts at safety and is a great defensive player. So you're kind of losing 2 there. And he's a return guy. So those kind of hit us there. And then we've also lost Cade Godwin's gone down with a concussion, 3-year starter. And then Caleb Helgeson kind of having some shoulder issues. So some of our key guys, we were already young to begin with, playing a lot of juniors and sophomores and even a freshman. But now our offense became even younger in the last 2 weeks. So as I looked at our team going into Waukee, on offense, we were only starting 2 seniors. We got 4 juniors. We got 4 sophomores, and we got 1 freshman. And even those backups in behind those guys are junior sophomores. So we're really young, but we're not making excuses. Next guy's got to play. We got to do a better job as coaches.
And that's the key. Sometimes it allows these other guys to step up. The thing is, you'd like to have them have a little more chance to work their way in, wouldn't you? But that's the thing. You got to take it and play with what you got, don't you?
Yep. It's like it is what it is. It's life. We're not here. I don't want to feel sorry for ourselves. And we just got to do some things better to make our kids successful. But, our mistakes, we can't make very many mistakes. We got a small window. I told the kids, for us to perform on Friday night, we got to be almost perfect right now.
Well, and you're facing this Waukee team. I've seen them, and they're a young team too, and they're trying to kind of find their way. And we talked about the school split, and it's kind of 2 new schools now. They're as new as Waukee Northwest, and that could be dangerous at times because when they do click and get together, you guys got to be ready for that, don't you?
Yeah, I've watched them on film, and they show moments of greatness. They're kind of like us right now. I'd say they're just kind of inconsistent, but they're, Coach Baker, once they get things settled in and kind of establish things, they're going to do great things for the future. And I'm just hoping they're not perfect Friday night. So, no, we got our hands full. We're coming off an embarrassing loss. We're on the road. We're playing homecoming over there. And I just told the kids, we're excited. We should be excited to get back on the field and prove they were a better football team than a 31-0 loss a week ago.
And I know it's cliche, but I know that anytime I've been involved in coaching kids or watching it, getting back to those basics and the thing you worked on in practice and trying to do things without making mistakes is the key to get back on that right track, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much we haven't been making a lot of pre-snap mistakes on either side of the ball, which puts you in a bad situation. We have made some physical is going to happen. Some block in the back or a pass interference calls. Like we had a few more penalties the other night than what we've been doing. Because I thought for the first 3 weeks, we've been pretty penalty free and playing pretty solid ball. But the problem is the turnovers. We had a couple crucial turnovers the other night that helped Waukee Northwest kind of shorten the field and gave them kind of an easier distance to score. But it is what it is. We're back to the practice. We're trying to do all the little things we can to be better. And if we can go out and execute, we're trying to find ways in the special teams that can help us score, help the defense and help the offense. So we got to do all those things and be sound if we're going to beat Waukee and get on the winning track again.
And it beats the alternative of being on the sidelines, not being able to play, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Now we're playing. We have a season and we have fans and things are a lot better right now. So we're hoping we can keep that going.
All right. Well, good luck to you on Friday night. Thanks for joining us here on the pregame show, Coach.
All right. Thanks for having me.
Coach Brian Woodley of Johnston here on CISN.TV.
For all of your and your family's eye care needs, make it Elite Eye Care. Dr. Ethan Heisman, Dr. Heidi Bell, and Dr. Kelsey Sawatsky provide expert eye care close to home. From eye exams to contact lenses, eyeglasses to sunglasses, make Elite Eye Care your local optometrist. Set up your next eye care appointment with Elite Eye Care, 9250 University Avenue in West Des Moines, and online at eyedoctordemoines.com.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and you've probably noticed there's shortages on most everything in the market today. Well, Heat and Glow has helped us out this year, and they are focusing their energy on their gas fireplace inserts. So if you've got a drafty old wood-burning fireplace and you want to get it retrofitted into a beautiful, high-efficient gas fireplace, come see us. We will have product to sell you.
Heat and Glow gas fireplace insert from Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale, just west of Homeacres.
Why do businesses succeed? The Better Business Bureau sees the traits of successful businesses every day. It's not easy, but it is simple. The BBB fosters trust between Iowa businesses and consumers.
Visit bbb.org.
Welcome back one final time here to Prep Preview on CISN.TV. I'm Trent Condon as we get ready for tonight's matchups here on the program. We got two games for you coming up tonight. We'll be out in Waukee as Johnston comes in, a battle of the purple and gold on each side. The Warriors and the Dragons do battle. Good to hear from both coaches. Thanks to Dar Danielson for that. And starting for Johnston, they come in with a 2-2 record on the year. It's been up, it's been down, it's been inconsistent, and certainly looking for that consistency going forward in this matchup against Waukee. Waukee 0 for the season. Gabe Baker in his first season. We knew it was going to be a difficult task. The change in the high school structure with the two high schools now, a lot of the coaches, a lot of the coaching staff, athletic director Jim Dewey, a lot of movement there. Waukee, they got a big hill to climb here and have an opportunity tonight. Got to get the offense going, certainly. Saw them shut down a couple of times so far this season. Got to find a way to get some points on the board. Always difficult to do, though, against Coach Woodley's squad. Year after year, they're really good on the defensive side of the football. Speaking of Johnston, back and forth that we've seen out of the quarterback spot, getting that healthy, getting that right, and then leading on the running game. Really like the running back group that they have there for Johnston. Think you're going to see a concerted effort early on for them to get that ground game going, get the offensive line, open up some holes, and give them a chance. Our other matchup here tonight on CISN TV will be up in Ankeny. Paul Yeager and his crew will have the call for Ankeny welcoming in Des Moines Roosevelt. Look, it was a disappointment a week ago for the Rough Riders. They came in ranked in the top 10, 3-0 record. Real big expectations out of that group. There's a great crowd on hand at Drake Stadium, but just couldn't get the offense going. I think you're going to see a lot more from this squad, moving the pocket around. They know how difficult that Ankeny defense is. And J.J. Cole, what he's continued to do, the development at the quarterback spot. He's a big kid, 6'6", coming into a new high school. He transferred a year ago from Ankeny Centennial, made the trip south to Ankeny, and playing now his first season, at least of football, with the Hawks. You can see he is becoming much more dynamic in the scheme. He is much more aggressive, making those plays down the field. He's got McCullough out there. He's got a host of weapons. They can run the football, but more than anything, that Ankeny defense is playing at such an elite level. Going to be difficult again this week for Roosevelt to get something going. I want to see certainly Jamison Patton get on the edges, make some plays, and probably going to have to make some plays with his feet to give the Rough Riders a chance here in the matchup this evening. Other games going on tonight across the landscape. Out at Waukee Northwest, they'll welcome in Sioux City West. The Wolverines with 2 wins on the year. Bit of a surprise, a program that has really struggled. My wife's alma mater, but she's got a smile on her face as they got a couple of wins on the season. They'll make the long road trip over to Waukee Northwest and take on the Wolves this evening. Des Moines North against Des Moines Lincoln. Lincoln also a team with a couple of victories, and they're thinking about playoffs on the south side. Obviously have to pick up a win here tonight against the Polar Bears to make that happen. Valley's on the road tonight. They make their way to Marshalltown. Marshalltown in a tight one last week. Have played some good football. We'll see if Valley continues to build on what they've done the last few weeks and continue to improve on the defensive side of the football. Also, Ames, they'll be welcoming in Sioux City North, another team looking to hope to find their way into the playoffs. An important matchup there. Last week, I got my first look at Urbandale. They got Des Moines East coming up at Urbandale High School. Sam Anderson's squad. Really, really good defensive matchup there this evening. Dowling Catholic, they'll be at Valley Stadium tonight as they welcome in Council Bluffs Abe Lincoln in a matchup. Also on the
Got a couple hundred pictures of your pretty face.
It's time for Friday Night High School Football and the Central Iowa Game of the Week on 96.9 The Bull. Catch all the action right here on The Bull or watch it now on CISN.TV. And now from the field, it's Trent Condon.
Welcome to Waukee High School, our Central Iowa Game of the Week here on 96.9 The Bull and video streaming at CISN TV. Glad to have you aboard with myself alongside Dar Danielson as we see the Waukee Warriors. Waukee looking for their first victory of the season, going up against 2-2 Johnston. The Dragons looking for the playoffs, and certainly an important one for them here this evening. Dar, getting ready for another fun night of high school football, and actually feels like fall for once.
Yeah, it's a nice night. It's a kind of cool fall weather. Everybody's out there. It's like a light jacket night, and maybe a little more as they go through for the parents here tonight, but just this is the kind of weather you can't beat in late September. The best time of the year.
It really is, as we get ready for a big football weekend, kicking things off here on a football Friday night with the high school ranks. And we'll keep an eye out across here. Central Iowa will bring you some scores throughout the evening of some of the other big games going on up in Ankeny tonight. Another one of our games with CISN TV. It's Ankeny welcoming in Des Moines Roosevelt. I got to see the Rough Riders last week for the first time. They fell for the first time of the season to Urbandale. Really strong performance out of them. And also, Ankeny Centennial fans, we got you covered tonight also. You Jaguar fans, they're up at Sioux City tonight taking on East. You can also catch that game. Just search on CISN.TV on YouTube. You'll find the link there as well.
Yeah, that's going to be good for them, the ones that couldn't make it and drive over. And you mentioned Urbandale. That's the team that kind of was the turn of the tide here for Johnston when they had their starting quarterback hurt. And then they've had a couple other injuries since then. And, they opened up with a big win against Cedar Falls, and then he got hurt in that Johnston game. And since then, they've just been trying to battle to find people to plug in and try to keep things moving forward here. And maybe for Waukee a chance, they've played some good quarters, but I haven't seen him play a full game yet. So we'll see how they do here tonight.
Yeah, Dar, you saw Waukee last week against Valley. We were talking a little bit about that game. Certainly opportunities, and you can see, you talked to Gabe Baker before, of course, during our pregame show here. You can see those developmental steps already starting to take place for the Warriors.
Yeah, and they made had some big turnovers, a couple interceptions, but finishing it and knowing where to go, and some of that is inexperience, some of that is, he said, and sometimes we're outmanned, but a lot of times it's inexperience, and guys, learning that as we get through here. And, you get to this point in the season, you want to start rolling a little momentum down toward the playoff and win as much as you can to get a chance to get in there.
Well, we're going to be going down here to the field here in just a moment, getting a look at a special presentation down on the
and sacrifice that we know and love as free Americans. They fought for freedom at home and abroad. Tonight, in honor of them, we have set aside 13 helmets that represent their sacrifice.
Once again by Dr. Kelsey Sawatsky, Elite Eye Care, University Avenue in West Des Moines. I'm a contact, but there's always some nuisances that come up. Tell us about some of the new things that you guys have at Elite Eye Care.
One of the biggest things that we're doing is myopia control. So that's slowing down the progression of the eyes changing through daily disposable contact, and then through the contacts that you can sleep in at night. Then you have nothing to worry about during the day. It's awesome.
It's Elite Eye Care on University Avenue in West Des Moines, and a new location, Dr. Sawatsky.
In Ankeny now we're seeing patients. The name of that practice is the Eye Company.
Global Direct.
We are ready. We've waited for this one for a long time.
Quality print materials, your business.
Join the regiment in the Warrior Fight Song.
Back with you here, 96.9 The Bull, and video stream on CISN TV. Waukee and Johnston getting ready to do battle. Dar, you mentioned a little bit earlier, injury at the quarterback position for Johnston a couple of games back, and Jack Rutt's a young man that enjoyed watching him play, started playing as a sophomore at the varsity level, not just as a quarterback, though. He was a high-level recruit in both as a kicker and a punter, and an injury knocks him out for the season. Certainly a big blow to the Dragons.
Yeah, and leadership there, and then, of course, your punting and your kicking. He really did a great job there, but just because you don't always, that second guy, you don't always have him prepared to come in sometimes, but, and it's a big stage here, too, when you're coming in as a quarterback when you haven't played a lot. But yeah, and then they lost a starter on defense, and the linebacking core is you heard the coach talk about early on, and then a couple of other injuries there. So it's just been one of those things. And as he said, Coach Woodley, it is what it is, and you move forward and you play because that's football. But it just, it's a shame that that has to happen, and he has a season like that.
You look through this Johnston team, and there's something that kind of is always built with them. Coach Woodley team, they're going to try to run the football, but they're going to be very stout defensively. Got some good names over there, and you look at a guy like Cade Caffrey. He's been playing the last couple of seasons. He's done a nice job. Cade Godwin, just a number of those players defensively, and it feels like every single year Johnston doesn't matter if they got a big group of kids or if it's a small group, they're going to be there defensively.
Yeah, they're there defensively, and that keeps them there toward the end of the season, and you never know. They kind of, they're never a team you can count out or a team they can say, well, okay, we can go out there and take it to them, because that defense always holds them in, and then they get some good athletes too on offense, and so they're well coached, and it should be a good matchup here tonight.
Talking about Johnston, they're 2-2 on the season. Taking a look at the RPI numbers, their strength of schedule is going to be very good. That's going to help them, but they're going to be a playoff team. These are the kind of games that you have to win. You got to put these ones in the win column. Coming up next for Johnston, next week it's Dowling Catholic. Even though Dowling has 3 losses on the season, you know how good the Maroons team is. Sioux City North after that, Cedar Rapids Kennedy, who's been solid this season. In fact, some people think maybe the best team from that side of the state in Week 8, and then they finish up for Ames. So the importance here, Johnston, yes, just Week 5, but you look big picture knowing you got to find a way to get in the win column.
Yeah, because I don't know the total ins and out of that. You probably know better than I do. But if you lose to a team that's 0-4, then that hurts your rating, because it's all based on who you play, what their record is, and how you do, right? So, if they win, it's when you're supposed to win because they have a lesser record. But if you lose, then it hurts you when it comes down to the figuring that all out.
Puts it in a difficult spot. Getting ready for teams to take the field here. Johnston in their traveling white uniforms, the all-white look with the white helmets, white jerseys, and the white pants with the purple lettering and the yellow trim. Waukee in the home blacks here tonight with the purple lids and the white numerals as they'll come out onto the field. And not going to lie, Dar, I'm disappointed. Where's the helmet to lead them out on the field? It was one of my favorite entrances in the CIML.
Yeah, no.
Might have been retired with the split of high schools.
Was it retired, or did they take it over? I didn't see it over at Waukee Northwest.
No, I didn't
where
either.
They shaved the decal off and put an NW on there,
right,
or Wolf or whatever. But, yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen it. Maybe that's
Coach Baker's decision, perhaps.
Yeah, I don't know.
As the Warriors take the field here on a beautiful Friday night for football. Trent Condon and Dar Danielson along with you, getting ready for kickoff. We'll take our final break here of the pregame kickoff. Coming up next, it's Waukee and Johnston. It's a Central Iowa Game of the Week, and it's next on 96.9 The Bull and video streaming at CISN.TV.
Holt's Plumbing and Heating continues to be one of Central Iowa's fastest growing plumbing, heating, and cooling companies. I'm proud of what we've accomplished at Holt. Our team is leading the way in providing the latest in home comfort solutions, and we have fun doing it. Our passion is to be the clear first choice for all your plumbing, heating, cooling, and home service needs. But at the end of the day, a job well done and a happy customer means everything to us. Just one more reason why more and more Central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
Obsessively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way.
Give us a call at Westside Auto Pros to get details on the lifetime oil change plan. And remember, when I say lifetime, I mean your lifetime, not just your car's.
Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee has over 300 pre-owned vehicles with 50 under 25 grand. Des Moines area, you've never seen this before. Text value to 515-212-7952 and get your vehicle's instant value by text. Or go to WaukeeChevy.com and click on Text My Trade-In Value. Chevy Cruze, $199 a month. Silverado, $1,500, $349 per month.
Who loves you, Iowa? Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee does. WaukeeChevy.com.
Global Direct Mail-in Marketing is the teammate your small business needs. Locally owned and located in Urbandale, Global Direct Mail-in Marketing can help your small business create the high-quality print materials your business needs to succeed. Whether it's business cards, flyers, business forms, letterhead, calendars, or a mail piece to attract new customers, Global Direct Mail-in Marketing is ready to go to work for you today. Save by working with the local small business that will go the extra mile to get you what you need. Global Direct Mail-in Marketing. Call Craig at 515-282-3000 and get your next project started.
Back to the high school football and the Central Iowa Game of the Week on 96.9 The Bull.
We're ready for kickoff here in Waukee. Trent Condon, Dar Danielson. It's the Warriors hosting the Johnston Dragons in our Central Iowa Game of the Week. Big thank you to all our great sponsors here all season long. If you have an opportunity, certainly thank them and go to them throughout this high school football season. It will be Waukee to kick it off in their home black uniforms with the purple lids. All whites for Johnston and ready to go. Up on the tee for Waukee, it's number 10, Max Bartacek, the junior kicker, puts the right foot to it, and we are underway. End-over-end kick into the end zone. And Johnston will start with the football, 1st and 10 from their 20.
Yeah, Waukee deferred, so they wanted to get the ball first to start the second half, so they defer here. Going to bring the defense out early, and maybe a good plan with Johnston still trying to figure the offense out here with the new quarterback in, and we'll see how it works out for him.
Adrian Brodus, the sophomore, comes in 24 of 53 on the year, passing 212 yards. Yet to find his first time with his arm into the end zone. And he will start with 2 receivers right and a tight formation to the left side. Lost his mouthpiece as he was looking to snap the football. High snap, and he'll hand it off. Left side, Tubbs trying to spin through. Check that. That is another running back out there for Johnston. That is Menson Martin. Martin hit right at the line of scrimmage, lost a yard.
Yeah, just a little rattled to start out with. You lose your mouthpiece, and almost thought he might get a motion.
Right.
But the quarterback can move around a lot, so he bent over and picked it up and put it back in there. But
Martin lined up to the right hip, 2 receivers right on second left, and he is sacked. Waukee's defense is there, and they get to the quarterback. A loss of 11 on the play. It'll be 4th and 22, and the Dragons are going to have to punt.
And Cam Johnson was one of them in there right away, and then that front line cleaned it up and made sure he wasn't going anywhere.
Andrew Gillespie in on the sack, and was looking at the numbers and going through. First sack of the season for Waukee, at least from the statistical profile at Varsity Bound. So, hey, there's a big one just to put a gold sticker on his helmet after that.
Yeah, and they lose about 13 yards on that sack. Puts the punter back deep.
As he gets one away from his own end zone. Not a great kick. Hits at the 28. Then does a backspin down to the 21. It'll be just a 14-yard punt. And now great field position for Waukee. Daria said last week there were opportunities for this Waukee team. Moved into plus territory a number of times against Valley. Now looking to punch one in early.
Yeah, they marched it right down the field early. Then they got a couple turnovers, but they just weren't able to cash them in. So we'll see here if they can come out right away. They've only scored 1 touchdown on the season, so they'd like to up that up here, especially in such good field position starting out at the 20.
Blake Hawk will come out leading the offense, is thrown for 226 yards. Joined by Niall Eddy as running back on his right hip. As they work from the shotgun, put a man in motion across the formation is Hall. And keeping himself, big hole up the middle, touchdown Waukee. First offensive play of the game. Hawk kept it himself, 20 yards later, he's in for the touchdown.
And everybody went and tackled the tailback there on the fake, and they went after him, and he just took it right up the middle.
Big hole, great play, celebration penalty afterwards, and coaching staff having a conversation right there after the touchdown. But the excitement there, and you mentioned it, Dar, just the second touchdown of the year for Waukee offensively, and just how happy that group has to be. They're up 6-0 with the PAT pending.
One play, 7 seconds. That's not a bad offense he put out there.
They're going to have to move them back here. In fact, I wonder if that penalty maybe will be assessed on the kickoff.
Yeah, looks like it.
Late getting out on the field for the PAT attempt is Ashton Turnbull, a senior. And in to kick the PAT is Bartachek. High snap, gets it down, kick on its way, plenty of leg, good. 7-0 Waukee with the lead. 10:19 to play in the first quarter over Johnston. We come back with more high school football on CISN TV and 96.9 The Bull. Joined once again by Dr. Kelsey Sawat.
Central Bank is proud to support the unmatched spirit of sportsmanship and hard work exemplified by our local athletes. We're fans of high school sports and the way the big game and hometown team rally a community. Best of luck to all of today's competitors. Play hard, have fun, and make something great happen. Central Bank, member FDIC.
Holt's Plumbing and Heating used to be one of Central Iowa's fastest growing plumbing, heating, and cooling companies. I'm proud of what we've accomplished at Holt. Our team is leading the way in providing the latest in home comfort solutions, and we have fun doing it. Our passion is to be the clear first choice for all your plumbing, heating, cooling, and home service needs. But at the end of the day, a job well done and a happy customer means everything to us. Just one more reason why more and more Central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
From Hawk as he got caught doing a little dance in the end zone. Officials tack on 15 yards here on the kickoff. So Bartachek, after making the PAT, had a touchback on his first kick. This one's going to come from his 25.
Yeah, chance to get a return and maybe some good field position for Johnston here.
And over end kick grabbed at the 18-yard line. Grabbed there by the Dragons. Big hole right side. Up the sideline, 45-50. Breaks the tackle there into the 40. 35 still on his feet, out of bounds. Great return by the Dragons. Jake Shaw brings it all the way back into Waukee territory. And those are those little things that I know Coach Baker and the rest of the staff, very easy to point to that after the touchdown. Hey, just can't get too excited. You got to act like you've been there before.
Yeah, because that'd be, a 45-yard return. And that penalty and then the return, it just wipes away what was a good play and now puts you there in good territory in your on your side of the field.
From the 37-yard line, that's where Johnston will start, and they're going to hand it off left side, but ripped down right away. Great penetration up front from Waukee. There it was Morris Connon with the tackle.
Yeah, Menson Martin was not finding any room there at all to get going.
Johnston has run 4 plays from scrimmage and has lost yards on each and every one of them. Waukee revved up here early on. 7-0 lead, 9:40 to play first quarter. They'll tighten it up now for Brodus. 2 receivers on each side. Put a man in motion. They're going to hand it off. Left side trying to get to the edge, but great open field tackle again by Waukee. That time it was Peyton Betts with the tackle. Went with the jet sweep there, trying to get some outside motion there, but Cornwell was brought down.
Yeah, they didn't seal the corner very well, but the defender ran him down from behind and showed his speed there, because normally if you can get around that corner, but he ran him down before he could make the turn, and no gain there on the run.
3rd down and 11 from the 38. Johnston started great field position here in Waukee territory, but a 3rd down spot. As Brodus, a sophomore quarterback, in for the injured Jack Rutz, takes a shotgun snap, looks right, now rolls right, looking for some help, goes, got a man out there, overshoots him, incomplete, nearly intercepted. He had his receiver that was sitting down, Cornwell, but just couldn't find him.
And that's one of those things as a young quarterback, he scrambled out, and once he got free of that defender, if he sets his feet, there was nobody around the receiver, and he just threw it high. And he's lucky that the back guy wasn't up a little closer. It would have been picked off. But that's just one of those that the coaches say, once you roll out, set your feet and look downfield and throw it.
Carson Hansen in to punt it away for the Dragons. 4th and 11 from the Waukee 38-yard line. Two returners back deep for Waukee as the punt. Spiraling punt, a good one. And that one's going to reach into the end zone, 7 yards deep for a touchback. And now Waukee will get the football back after having it for just one play and scoring a touchdown. This one, instead of 20 yards away, it'll be 80 yards away from the other 20.
Yeah, but this is a time, too, where they can come out and, like they did last week, if they can get a drive together, you burn off some of that clock. You keep the defense wiped out that mistake they made on the penalty that gave Johnston good field position, and now you come out a chance to do something offensively.
1st and 10 from the 24. Waukee, single receivers on each side. Out of the shotgun, Blake Hawk. He's going to hand it off. Good hole up the middle, spinning forward for a gain of 6. Good solid run right up the gut there as he just handed it up to his lead back, Niall Eddy, who gets 7.
Eddie's he ran hard in that game against Valley.
And moving very quickly, they'll go to the jet sweep this time, getting out to Hall. Hall's got a first down and more out to the 35-yard line. Ray Hall, the senior, on the speed sweep and a pickup of 8. 1st and 10 at Waukee. They are playing fast here. No slow down.
Keep the tempo up. You got Johnston's defense back on their heels a little bit here.
3 receivers right, 1 left. Now they'll look back over at the sideline after a couple of hard counts from the quarterback Hawk. Moves is running back over to the left side of the shotgun formation. He's going to throw. He's got a man out there complete. Hall got a first down and more. Breaks the tackle 50 to the 40. Ball came out.
But they're saying he's down. The official pointing down.
Heard the whistle right away, and then the motion down on the ground. Caused the fumble. Great pass there, and Hall, he's a weapon for the Warriors.
Yeah, that was a 31-yard pickup on the pass.
And moving very quickly once again is Waukee into Johnston territory to the 39. 1st and 10 as Hawk will hand it off. Keep it himself, check that. Second man through, and he powers forward for a gain of 9. Good physical run there from Blake Hawk.
And we should mention Ben Kamara, the senior wide receiver, talked with the coach. He got hurt in practice, so he is not out there. He's been one of their big weapons for Waukee, but so far they're running the offense down the field without him.
From the 30, Hawk rolling out, looking, nothing there. Now just going to tuck it, and he'll pick up the first down on 2nd and 1. Good patient play there from the quarterback.
Yeah, they had 2nd and 1. They said, let's take a shot deep, but the guy was covered, and a lot of times you'll see quarterbacks, let's just try to force it in there, but he said, no, I'm going to run it, get the first down, and I'm not going to, throw it down there and risk an interception because I can still get the first down.
And he does to the 27-yard line. 1st and 10, fresh set of downs for Waukee. 3 receivers to the left side for Hawk. And he's going to keep it again. Not much running room as he has met at the line of scrimmage and a host of Dragons there to bring him down. Still is able to pick out maybe a half yard on that play. Good defensive sequence, though, from the Dragons.
Yeah, J.T. Puck, the middle linebacker, the first to get back there and slow him down. And that time they reacted well to the ball. As a couple of fakes, on that first touchdown, he kind of faked him out.
It'll be 2nd down and 9. They gave him a yard to the 26. And they're going to hand it off on the jet sweep. Hit in the backfield and brought down. Great play there in space. That's Aiden George with the tackle for loss.
Yeah, the receiver Hoskinson had nowhere to go with that and get anywhere out of the grass because they read it immediately. So far, though, they haven't had a lot of negative plays here. They do lose one there.
Playing a little bit back behind the sticks here, but a good kicker. I mentioned Barticek. He's got a long of 44 this year. 5 wide receiver set. It's a quarterback power for Hawk. Able to get to the 25-yard line right in the middle of the field and looks like try to set up that field goal.
Yeah, and at the 25, so that'd be about a 42-yarder. That's right within Barticek's range. So, again, a smart play there. Run it up, get what you can. And then here's where the snap and the hold become key. Not a lot of wind at all. The flags are down, so not kicking into any wind or with any wind behind him.
Barticek, again, plenty of leg line, drives it, and it is good. The 42-yarder knocked in. Waukee 10, Johnston nothing. 5:22 left to play here in the first quarter. Quick timeout, back with more high school football here in a moment on CISN at 96.9 The Bull. Trent Condon here for the Urology Center of Iowa. Now's your chance to sit on the couch guilt-free all weekend long watching football while you heal after your vasectomy from the Urology Center of Iowa. The doctors there perform my procedure in less than a half hour. Make the call to 515-400-3550. That's 400-3550 and online at iowauro.com. A guilt-free football watching weekend after your vasectomy from the Urology Center of Iowa. Time after the penalty. And another chance with that strong leg at a touchback. He's going to kick this one short, though. Going to be grabbed. Ball comes loose for a moment. Pops right back into the hands of the returner at the 15. Cuts back at the 20 out to the 22-yard line. A fortuitous bounce there for Johnston on the return. And
that was Wilmot Mana.
Mana on the return.
And that was a 55-yard drive there for Waukee, culminating in the field goal to give them the 10-0 lead. So now they've shown they can drive the ball here. Now it's up. Johnston's offense has got to show that they can do something here. So far, they have had few positive plays on offense to start this ball game.
Seen the sophomore running back Benson Martin throughout. Not seen Blake Tubbs out there. Good running back. As Brodus going to throw, got a man across the middle, incomplete, pick up a 5 on the play. Just a nice little stop route out there and found Sean Strand with the catch. 5th catch of the season for Strand, a junior.
Good safe first down play, get some yardage there.
6-foot junior with the grab. It'll be second. We'll call it 6 as they roll the pocket out now for Brodus. Brodus throwing across his body, picked off, intercepted by Waukee. An INT for Lucas Struck. And Waukee gets the ball back again in plus territory. The Warriors are fired up.
Yeah, he had Cornwell behind him about 5 yards, but he just threw it. He needed to put a little more air under that ball, but it was picked off, as you see here on the replay. See the receiver back there, and it's just a little short, and he picked it off. So the first turnover of the night goes to Waukee.
That's one of those plays, too, where a sophomore quarterback, not a whole lot of playing experience at the varsity level, he'll understand, take the takeables. And he had Cornwell underneath there, went for the deeper shot down the field. Plus, he was rolling out as a right-handed quarterback to his left. Always difficult to do. As Waukee gets the ball, 1st and 10 from the Johnston 47, already leading 10-0. They're going to set up a screen. Now going to look to pass. Got a man out there on the halfback throw. It's complete to the 10-yard line. He found Hall. The trick play from Waukee. Threw it back behind the line of scrimmage. And a great completion out there to Hall.
Well, not a great completion, because if he throws it on line, it's a touchdown. But it was a completion and put him in first and goal almost down there. But, yeah, it is 1st and goal. But threw it a little bit outside, but Hall did a great job of running it down. And I think, was that Eddie on the pass?
Had the screen set out there in a 5 receiver look. Now they're going to go to Hawk up the middle on the keeper. Still going forward, push forward near the goal line. Going to say he was stopped just short. Hawk is playing hard out there, physical running. And now Waukee on the doorstep, 2nd and goal from the 1.
Waukee's feeling the excitement here, a chance to get their first win and want to pound this in.
4:05 left, first quarter, already up 10-0, and now for the first time, Hawk's going to go out under center. Possibility of a sneak. Now they're going to go to the fullback up the middle, trying to push forward. Offensive lineman said he got it.
Well,
Officials
the guy in the
disagree.
stripes says no. The guy coming in from the left side in the stripes, they're putting their arm up, which means no, we're spotting it short. He got maybe 6 inches.
And about 2 more would do it here.
He needed about 8 inches. He got 6. So they're going to line up in the heavy formation again here.
3rd and goal. Quarterback sneak this time for Hawk. Pushing his way forward and a touchdown. Waukee, 2nd rushing touchdown of the night for the quarterback, Blake Hawk. And it's all Warriors here early on. 3:23 left to play in the first quarter. 16-0 with the PAT pending.
They brought in Morris Kona, the big lineman, to run that lead fullback spot there, and he let him into the end zone on that play.
Another opportunity with the kicking game and Max Bartacek. Couple of high snaps. Holder's been able to get him down both times. This one perfect back, perfect through. Credit to the Holder and Garrett Putt. 17-0. Waukee all over Johnston early on. A surprise here as we come back in 30 seconds. You're listening to high school football on 96.9 The Bull and video streaming at CISN.TV.
If you're thinking of incorporating or setting up an Iowa LLC, zoom right past LegalZoom and work with Rush.
Business name is important, sure. For one, it's how we connect with you, find you, and do business with you. But what's behind the name matters more. Roshan Corporation of Iowa is now Graphite Construction Group. We're building offices, retail centers, tenant improvements, schools, and more. But the most important thing we build, our relationship with you. Let's get started on your construction project. Visit us at graphitegrp.com.
If you plan to buy a
Rookie Sports Cards, Sinorama of Urbandale, and by Lincoln Savings Bank.
Trent Condon, Dart Danielson back with you. Glad to have you aboard with us. All Waukee is the Warriors trying to get their first victory of the year. 17-0 with the lead over Johnston, and Dragons a little bit shell-shocked over there on the far sideline. Here's a line drive into the ground, a roller up to the 18-yard line, picked up there, and a big return up the right side. Breaks the tackle, 50, still on his feet, up the sideline. No, they said he stepped out of bounds.
At the 49, it looked like he might have cleared traffic. If he did, it was 6, but now they're marking him out at the 49.
Well, and you can see Waukee is very concerned with that Johnston return game, what they're trying to do. That time went with the line drive squib kick, and even that one was returned big. So it's an area Waukee looking to clean up now.
Well, and here's an area where Johnston has to do something with this now with a good return. Was there a penalty, or what are they?
No, just hadn't spotted the ball yet, it looks like.
Yet. Okay. But here's where Johnston now, you got pretty good field position.
Mm-hmm.
You've got to take this and get something going with your offense now, because one more score in this game could be,
Brodus will take the shotgun snap. Hit in the backfield again. Another tackle for loss for the Waukee defense charging in. That time it was the full defensive front. 3 different guys there for Waukee with the tackle for loss.
Yeah, and the big one was Abdul Razik getting in there and flipping him over.
Senior defensive lineman makes the tackle for a loss. It'll be 2nd and 12 as Johnston searching for answers offensively. Brodus looking to throw. He's got a man out to the right side, complete. Breaking a tackle at the 45-40. Up the sideline, bumped out of bounds. It'll be a first down for the Dragons. And one of the few positive plays here of the first quarter for Johnston there. Maybe a chance to settle Brodus down just a little bit.
Yeah, and that was a good throw. And then when your receiver helps you and you get a first down, you get that initial first down and makes you feel a little bit better there. And was that Cornwell who caught that, or no? That was
Brodus going to roll out. Pressure comes, just throws this one away. Good decision there with the pressure coming again for Waukee. And again, the pressure from Abdurazik.
I think that was Strand who caught the pass there. I want to give a shout-out while we can to Ben Garza. He's watching us in Iraq. His son Nolan plays. His son Ruben works with us here at CISN, and he gets up at 2 a.m. in Iraq to watch these games. So, hi, Ben. Thanks for joining us tonight. Saw his wife and sister-in-law in the stands coming in. So
early wake-up call. I mean, they normally have early wake-up calls. It's taken it to another level at 2 a.m. Thanks for joining us here tonight. 2:31 left to go in the opening quarter. Handoff left side. Trying to break through a tackle now, cutting back 35-30. Still on his feet, brought down at the 28. Good solid run there for the Dragons with Menson Martin.
Yeah, he did a little, just kind of was patient and worked his way through the line there and found the seam. And now that puts him in a pretty good short yardage third down here and keeps that drive going.
It'll be third down and either a long 2 or short 3, determining what side of the equation you like to look at. Half full or half empty. Third and short. We'll go back to the ground game again through the middle, spinning through right near that stick. Going to depend on the spot, but it looks like just enough there for Martin in the first down.
And again, he ran into his lineman, but he kept moving forward and just got enough for that first down. And now you can see, that confidence starting to build in Johnston here.
Moves it to the 27-yard line. Fresh set of downs for Johnston as they work in Waukee territory. 2 receivers right, or Brodus, the sophomore quarterback, now looks back at the sidelines as the Dragon coaching staff going through some signals. From the shotgun, and it'll be another handoff to the left side. Martin gets 3 on this one, so they keep pounding through to the left side, trying to find some holes there and keep getting positive yardage.
Yeah, Morris Kona on the tackle there. Yeah, just they're getting some mismatches over there and pushing some holes, and you got Martin, who's a real patient runner.
2nd and 7 from the 24. Back to the same formation again for Johnston. Now I'm going to bring tight end over to the right side. And they're going to go back to the carry again for Martin to the 20, through a tackle to the 13-yard line. Physical run once again. Not going to take this young man down with an arm tackle.
Well, Sean Strand, the wide receiver out there, he's getting out in front and pushing some people over and making a little seal off the inside. And given Johnson was going to have a pretty good setup there, like 2nd and 5, but the turnover, first the interception, now the fumble here, and Waukee will take over with 47 seconds to go in the first quarter.
They'll start backed up at their 11-yard line, but a quarter that hasn't been perfect for Waukee, but it's been about as good as they could have hoped for. Playing some great football right now, and they have the football 1st and 10 from their own 11. 47 seconds to go in the first, as they'll come back out with Blake Hawk, the quarterback. He'll hand off up the middle, and another good physical run from Niall Eddy.
He was one defender away from busting that right up the middle and going all the way to the house on that.
So the play clock and the game clock are exactly synced up. Dar, we've done a lot of football games. I can't remember them being exactly synced up, though.
You rarely see that, so they will have to snap it here, but it likely will be the last play of this first quarter.
And they'll go now to the air game, looking, little completion, dumped out. Got a first down right at the sticks as he was able to find, coming out of the backfield, Charlie Cross on the reception. Cross, kind of an H-back there lined up, and that'll be good enough for.
And here's where they've got that. They've had that run going up the middle, so now you just flip it to the outside. You have the defense looking to load up in the middle, and they'll start the clock here probably, and I doubt if they'll snap it again. They won't. They're going to come on over. As soon as they get it set, they'll roll the clock. There they do, and that'll wind out the first quarter.
Waukee 17, Johnston 0. We played a quarter of football here, and Waukee on their way, playing well here, looking for the first win of the season at home. We'll come back the second quarter. Come your way on CISN TV and 96.9 The Bull. Global. If you're into sports cards, there's one place to go in Central Iowa. The Rookie Sports Cards in Clive. From current boxes and packs of sports cards, vintage cards, autographed helmets and jerseys, and the weekly bid board. Plus, you can cash in your old cards at The Rookie. Find it all at The Rookie Sports Cards in Clive, 9992 Swanson Boulevard, or online, therookiesportscards.com.
Global Direct Mail and Marketing is the teammate your small business needs. Locally owned and located in Urbandale, Global Direct Mail and Marketing can help your small business create the high-quality print materials your business needs to succeed. Whether it's business cards, flyers, business forms, letterhead, calendars, or a mail piece to attract new customers, Global Direct Mail and Marketing is ready to go to work for you today. Save by working with the local small business that will go the extra mile to get you what you need. Global Direct Mail and Marketing. Call Craig at 515-282-3000 and get your next project started today.
On 96.9 The Bull, let's go out to the field for the play-by-play. Here's Trent Condon.
Alongside Dar Danielson, we start the second quarter. Waukee with the football at a 17-point lead, and they're just going to trudge it forward, looking for a couple there, and are able to get it. Waukee pushing all the right buttons. Defense has been incredibly optimistic. They've been all over the place. Tackles for loss, interceptions, fumble recoveries, and the offense has been clicking too.
Yeah, and with the 17-point lead, now it opens it up for you to try a lot of different stuff here. You don't have to worry about it. You can try some different things out of your playbook.
Hawk will take the shotgun snap. He's got 5 receivers. It's a quarterback power. Up the middle, spins through 1 tackle, brings it out past the 30 to the 32. It'll be 3rd down and short. Needs about 2, and we got an injury on the field for Johnston as a dragon back in the deep in the backfield as the training staff's going to come out and have a look at him. Didn't catch a number down there.
I can't see it exactly either. But, you know, I could kind of see Coach Woodley just wince when I mentioned the injuries, you know, and you just hate it as a coach. Anybody does, even the other team, you know. You don't like to see kids getting hurt, and especially after last year, you're on the verge of, you know, not playing. And so let's hope he can get up and be all right here.
Keep an eye down there. When we come back to live action, it'll be 3rd down and about 3 for Waukee, out to a 17-0 lead. 2 rushing touchdowns there. First play from scrimmage went for a touchdown after a punt gave him great field position at the 20-yard line. The quarterback, Blake Hawk, ran it in. Fouled that up with a 42-yard field goal from Max Bartachek, and then it was Hawk again on the quarterback keeper from the 1-yard line. And 17-0 Waukee. Waukee came in shutout in week 1, put up 3 in week 2, 7 in week 3, and 6 last week. Already surpassed the number of points that they'd scored all season long here tonight in the first quarter.
Yeah, and they're doubled their touchdown total. That is Womont Manna going off for Johnston. Gingerly on that one ankle.
So tough to see there. Update from Ankeny, another game you can catch on CISN TV. Ankeny 21-0 lead against Des Moines Roosevelt. And for you Centennial fans, we also have the call from the Sioux City crew. As Centennial playing right now against Sioux City East up in Sioux City. You can catch both those games here on CISN TV. 3rd down and 3 for Waukee. Hawk running back next to him in the backfield. He's going to hand it off, cutting back and picking up the first down. Good, strong run once again for Meddy.
Yeah, and just nifty. He put his hand on the back of the lineman and followed the block perfectly, shifted through the hole, and got what he needed to get the first down there. You don't always have to just slam in the hole and put your head down. You can keep your head up and follow that blocker, and that's what he did that time.
Eddie came in 317 yards rushing and averaging 4.6 yards per carry. Solid season from the sophomore. They're going to roll the pocket out now. Looking across the middle, pressure comes now. Hawk going to bring it down to the left. He's going to look for first down, and he will get it, put his shoulder down, and delivered a blow on the sideline. Blake Hawk playing hard.
That was a crowd pleaser there. He had early Charlie Cross, the tight end in the middle, and decided not to go with it and got room outside, and it ended up being an okay call on his part as he gets up and gets the first down, just shy of the midfield now.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 48-yard line, 10:40 second quarter. Waukee up 17-0 over Johnston. Hawk from the shotgun, 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Has Eddie with him in the backfield on his right hip. Looks back to the sideline and gets the play call. Looking to throw, looks left side, and complete to Hall. A little pitch and catch. Cuts it in half. It'll be 2nd and 5.
So just really keeping Johnston's defense off balance now here. The run pass offense of Waukee. In the first quarter against Valley, and then kind of a couple big plays, and then they got back on their heels, and it's hard to keep that emotion up. But right now, they got it going.
Laycock from the gun. Go back to the ground game, this time to Eddie. Gobbled up, still was able to spin forward for a yard. Looked like it was going to be a loss of 2. Instead, he at least got a yard out of it.
Kept moving, and then when he fell down, he fell forward. So, yeah, he kept the action moving there. And you can see those Johnston defenders with their hands on their hips a little bit now. They're a little tired. They've been out on the field quite a bit here as well, that last drive, the offense started going, then they had the turnover. So the Johnston defense has had to be out on the field a lot in this first half.
2nd down and 9 from the 36. Into Johnston territory are the Waukee Warriors. From the shotgun, it'll be a keeper on the zone read. Nothing this time as he is knocked down right away. Cade Caffrey there on the tackle for Johnston. That'll bring it 3rd and 9. Freeman also there on the tackle for Johnston, trying to get a stop and get off the field. Roll inside and 9 minutes left in the second quarter as Waukee takes the long look over at the sideline.
Yeah, this is a 3rd and long. They haven't had one of those in a while here, so we'll see if they're able to convert this.
Go back to the 5 wide receiver look as Hawk takes the snap. Pressure comes, ball deflected in the air, incomplete. Good pressure up the gut there from Johnston. They ran a stunt and able to generate a little bit of a pass rush there, knocking it away.
JT Freeman got the pressure on the defense for Johnston on Hawk. And they may be in the no man's land where they go for it here. Or Hawk can punt. He will punt it, so possibly a pooch here on this.
Put a man in motion across the formation on 4th and 9. And Hawk will do just that as he tries to hit it into the corner. Gets at the 11-yard line. Covered up at the 1. And did he get it down? He did.
He must have got it down.
Held on to the football and will back them all the way up to the 1. An absolutely beautiful
I thought he carried it into the end zone, but they must have said he was down.
Had the knees down. Looks like they're going to come over and converge. And Johnston down 17-0. They'll get the football back, but the longest of long places to go from their own 1-yard line.
Actually about 3/4 of a yard line there, the way they marked it, but
just a beautiful play there on special teams to down that one right at the 1-yard line.
So, yeah, Hawk did that a couple times against Valley where they came out and they thought, okay, they might go for it, but then he punted it down.
1st and 10 from their own 1. Brodus out of the gun. He's going to hand it off, hit right at the line of scrimmage. And again, that physical front for Waukee, they're playing at a high level. Handed that time off again to Menson Martin.
Yeah, he did well to get out of the end zone and get the ball out there.
Martin came in, over 100 yards rushing on the year, 4.5 yards per carry, 2nd on the team behind Blake Tubbs in rushing yardage. As we go inside of 8 minutes left in the second quarter, Waukee 17-0. Dragons to throw. Brodus, ball nearly picked off, in and out of the hands of the receiver, right there on the deflection for Waukee. Looked like that had an opportunity to fall into his arms for Hoskinson.
Caden Ivory wasn't it? Yeah, it was Caden Ivory, I think, on the coverage. And he got it, and the receiver had him just enough he couldn't bring it in.
It's 3rd and 10. The Waukee D trying to get a stop here and give their team a great chance of field position.
Single coverage. He's going to go deep.
Looking for Brodus, but out of bounds, well up the sideline, and it'll be 4th down. And now a difficult spot for the punter. Normally in the punting unit, you're about 15 yards back behind the line of scrimmage. You only got 11.
Yeah, you got to get back there and get your heels there, because if you step back on the line, that's a safety. So
Johnston going to line things up back there. It'll be Carson Hansen.
And the 2 return men are back just at the 45. Well, they'll maybe move up slightly.
Yeah, going to bring both those guys up there. As gets the punt away, good one there. And a chance at a return to the 35-yard line, down to the 30. And that's where Waukee will get it back. Great field position here on the return from Tariq Ali. 1st and 10, Waukee with the lead and the football, 7:36 to play.
It's about a 33-yard punt, but about the best you can expect because you got to catch and release quickly, as you said, when you're back against your own end line there. But once again, Waukee in good field position here.
It's been a lot of Blake Hawk, the quarterback. He's got both touchdowns for Waukee in the first half. Niall Eddy with him in the backfield on his left hip. Twin receivers on each side of the formation for Waukee. Setting up the throw. Bubble screen. Complete to Hall. Hall up the sideline. He is gone. Touchdown, Waukee. Just a wide receiver screen, and Hall did the rest. 31 yards.
Yep, 31 yards here with 7:29 to play in the second.
Great blocking up front there on the screen. That is everybody doing their job. And Waukee, they came into this one 0-4, but no quit out of this squad. They're out there. You saw them see improvements last week, Dar, and here they are with the lead as Bartachek comes on for the PAT. Snap back, hold down, kick on its way, and that is good. 24-0. All Waukee, 7:29 to play. As we come back, high school football continues here in a moment on CISN TV. And
Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto. I'm excited to tell you about our new lifetime oil change plan. When you purchase our plan, you'll never have to pay for an oil change again. If you get a different car, simply transfer the plan over. If that car's oil needs are different than your original plan, just pay the difference. It couldn't be simpler. You won't have to worry about inflation or prices going up. Give us a call at Westside Auto Pros to get details on the lifetime oil change plan. And remember, when I say lifetime, I mean your lifetime, not just your car's.
For all of your and your family's eye care needs, make it Elite Eye Care. Dr. Ethan Heisman, Dr. Heidi Bell, and Dr. Kelsey Sawatsky provide expert eye care close to home. From eye exams to contact lenses, eyeglasses to sunglasses, make Elite Eye Care your local optometrist. Set up your next eye care appointment with Elite Eye Care, 9250 University Avenue in West Des Moines, and online at eyedoctordemoines.com.
Iowa Game of the Week on 96.9 The Bull is brought to you by Rush Niggard of Brick Gentry Law PC, the Rookie Sports Cards, Sinorama of Urbandale, and by Lincoln Savings Bank.
Bartachek with the ball on the tee for Waukee. They lead at 20. Bartachek comes in with 6 points here already tonight, 3 extra points and 3 field goals. Z kicks it down to the 6-yard line. Chance at a return there, trying to break back, but a great tackle in the open field for Waukee.
Caden Ivory, yep, he got bent down there, and he started to go up the middle and then cut back, and Ivory said, he put bear hug on him and pulled him right down.
It has been one of those games. Shaw on the return, a sophomore. Two teams very inexperienced. See a lot of youngsters out there, sophomores, juniors, not a ton of varsity experience, but boy, Waukee has been pushing all the right buttons. Gabe Baker came over, knew he had a tall task in front of him with the split of the high schools. Coaching staff, most of them here from Waukee, made the move to Northwest, but doing a nice job, and he's got a chance for his squad out to a big lead, 24-0 with 7:22 left. Brodus, the sophomore quarterback, now back out there for Johnston. He wants to throw, sets up a little screen, and that is complete to the 11-yard line. He was down. High school and collegiate level, once your knee hits the ground, plays over.
Yep, you can't get up and run.
On the swing pass out to Menson Martin.
And I see they're getting some other defenders in there. Nolan Garza, we talked about it earlier, his dad watching. He's in there now, big number 53.
Loss of 2 on the completion, 2nd and 12.
Carson Hansen also in now on defense at the linebacker spot.
Hands it off to Martin, but he is stopped right away. Defensive line right there for the Warriors.
Yeah, they're just feeling it right now with having them backed up.
Morris Kona there amongst others. And it's 3rd down and 11. Need to get just past the 23-yard line for the first down on 3rd and 11. Brodus to throw. Steps up. Pressure comes. Still looking up the field. He wants to take a shot. One-on-one coverage, but overshoots his receiver. And it was out of bounds. That'll bring up 4th down. And another stop for the Waukee defense.
Yeah, he had a big target out there, Jacob Simpson, but he was trying to wing it down the field under pressure, and obviously it's tough as a young quarterback, getting that feet set and getting that timing down. And then you got a defense that's just pinning their ears back and going right now with this 24-0 lead here in the first half.
Back deep again to receive is Allie and Hall, as it's going to be punted away from Carson Hansen. Hansen with the right boot, a beauty. Way back, all the way down to the 42-yard line, and takes a Johnston bounce. That thing's going to roll to the 29-yard line.
So that's a 60-yard punt.
Yeah. I was doing the math there. That's what took me a while.
Yeah. Well, I figured out. You add where it landed to where it started, and then you subtract from 100, and you get it, right? From they started 11, went to the 29.
I was told there would be no math.
40, yeah, I didn't either. And 60. I think Paul Yeager taught me that. I don't know, but yeah, math was not my strong suit. And
well, the kind of math that I do works a little bit differently, not for a high school broadcast.
I can time in my head a 30-second break, and you're the same way, radio guys and that. But it's when you get down to the other stuff, it's like, okay, that's why we're broadcasters.
Halfway through the second quarter, and Waukee looking to build on a 24-0 lead. Back to the offense again, right side, and good defensive pressure there on the right side. It'll be a tackle for loss for the Dragons. Eddie gets ripped down there, and a bunch of Johnston Dragons over.
Maybe get a stop, get a turnover, try to get some points on the board here before the end of the half and get just a little bit of momentum, because everything just seems to be sliding downhill on them right now. And they've had a couple good chances in good field position, but then they get the turnovers.
Hawk brings the team back out of the huddle. 5:20 to play in the second. And they'll keep it himself, trying to look for some room, but nothing there again. Johnston's done a really nice job there here this possession. Couple of tackles right at the line. It'll be 3rd down and long after Hawk maybe got a yard. Back to the 26-yard line.
Well, last time they had that, they went with that screen pass, right? And they scored the touchdown on it as they threw it out there to Ray Hall. So let's see what they dial up now. Letting the play clock run down. They're content to run as much time off as they can right now.
Hall lined up on his own to the left side, 3 receivers to the right. Hawk steps up in the pocket across the middle. He's got a man there. Complete for the first down to the 45-yard line. A pickup of 19.
Yeah, Dalton Bess.
Just a beautiful throw there, and the patience. Pressure was starting to come, but Hawk really stood in there and delivered a nice throw.
Yeah, he lined up outside, came down and in, and hit him right. Nice laser right across the middle. And now they're set up 1st and 10 at the 45.
Back to the same look. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Hawk puts a man in motion this time. Going to fake the jet sweep and hand it to Eddie, but he is hit in the backfield again. First on the tackle, it's Caffrey. Ankeny has extended their lead 28-0 now over Des Moines Roosevelt. See that game on CISN TV. Ankeny Centennial also in action up in Sioux City. And you can also find that game here on our feed. Our game 24-0. Waukee with the lead over Johnston as the clock rolls inside of 3 minutes and 40 seconds left before halftime. It'll be 2nd and 11 after Eddie lost a yard on that run. 5 receivers, puts Eddie in motion, fakes it to him, now throws a screen to the left side, complete out near the 49-yard line. Still on his feet, broke a tackle, and he gets to midfield. Ankeny Centennial leading 10-0 over Sioux City East in that other matchup we talked about. Nice screenplay there.
Yeah, Dalton Bess with the catch. And, yeah, you just see the confidence now brimming out of these Waukee players here as they've had some success and they've sustained the success here. They started out strong against Valley, but then unable to finish their drives. And here tonight they've been able to do that.
3rd down and 5 as they're going to look to throw, looking for some help. Nothing there, and he is going to be sacked. Taken down there from Johnston, and the tackle on the play by Aiden George. He'll get the sack and the stop for the Johnston D.
And he stays in bounds, so the clock will keep running here. Waukee's content if they can get the big play and get a score here before the half's out. That's okay. If not, they can run the clock down and not let Johnston get it back in their hands.
Johnston's going to use a timeout, try to keep a little time over there with 2:30 to play. From midfield, it'll be 4th down when we come back. Timeout on the field. Waukee 24, Johnston 0. Back with more here in a moment on 96.9 The Bull and CISN TV.
Build your business.
Obsessively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way, and from a safe distance away, delivering the energy you need while going the extra mile, regardless of the times. Our
live action, 2:23 to play. Hawk with the punt, again pins Johnston inside the 20. A little pooch punt, and down at the 16-yard line is where it goes out of bounds. So Johnston gets the football back, 2:23 left. They do have 2 timeouts, and just searching for something to get them jump-started.
Yeah, just trying to get some play here, a big play, and the trouble is they've tried to force it a little bit on their quarterback, and he's had an interception, and the big one was the fumble that really killed them when they were down there close.
Brodus stepping up in the pockets, got a man out and complete out to the 25-yard line as he was able to find one of his receivers out there. Big Jacob Simpson, the sophomore, leads the team. 12 catches coming in. Another grab there.
But there he waited and he waited. He shuffled his feet, and then when he was ready to throw, he set his feet and fired a good pass that time.
It'll be 2nd down and 2 after the pickup of 8. Clock out as he got out of bounds with 2:17 to play. Brodus this time wants to hand it off and got a 1st down with Martin, who spins forward to the 29. Pick up a 5 on the play and a fresh set of downs with 2:10 left. Now Johnston gonna take a quick look over at the sidelines. They move the chains, get them set, and after the chains are set, they will wind the clock.
They've got 2 timeouts left, Johnston does. They burned one of them here.
We go inside at 2 minutes. Brodus from the gun, looks across the middle, threw it behind his receiver, incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Again, looking for a receiver across the middle that time, and just too strong on the throw, a little bit behind.
Strong. Yeah, and I see he wanted to put it in there between the defenders, but just a little too much on it here. Johnston needs a big play on offense to kind of get him going again.
Clock stops with the incompletion, 1:52 to go. Set up a screen to the left side, it's complete. Breaking through a couple, now getting up into the clear. Pickup of 8, clock will continue to roll though. Didn't get out of bounds as he found his receiver, Mason Cornwell.
Now they're going to have to talk about this because you're going to see, what is it? Well, 3rd and 1, I guess, is a little shorter than what I thought, but.
Brodus from the gun. And a little movement, it looked like right as the snap was happening there, but a 1st down on the run as Menson Martin able to pick up the 1st.
And that will stop the clock momentarily while they reset the chains.
Moves it out to the 43-yard line. And now they'll wind the clock as the chains get set. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Adrian Brodus out of the shotgun with Martin with him in the backfield. Looks to the left side, fakes, now steps up, wants to run to the 50, cuts back there, and brought down. Nice open field tackle. That'll keep the clock running down to 52 seconds. And
that was a good tackle, because if he gets up ahead, then he's going to get that 1st down, stop the clock, they can get lined up again. But now the clock's rolling, and it puts them, they have to hurry up a little more.
2 receivers on each side for Brodus. From the shotgun across the middle. High but complete. Cornwell went up and got that one. Good enough for the 1st down. Strong throw.
That was almost, you ever see that movie Mr. Gadget where the arms got zoom, come up and he caught that and pulled it down? He made a great stretch on that to get that pass.
As we go inside of 30 seconds, Brodus again. Another little completion as he found Cornwell again, and they're going to use a timeout with 24 seconds. So the most sustained drive here the first half now for Johnston, going with this hurry-up, no-huddle look offense and a little pitch and catch. And you see Brodus starting to gain a little confidence himself now.
Yeah, see, when Rutz was kicking, he had a long of 42. Carson Hansen has come on for him since he got hurt. His long is 33, so they still got some yardage to go to even get in field goal range now. They need to get down, well, let's see, 10, but probably another 20 yards here to get in field goal range right now for Johnston.
A couple of score updates here for you. Urbandale a 21-7 lead over Des Moines East, that one in the second quarter. Waukee Northwest all over the Wolverines from Sioux City West, 39-0 in the second. Ankeny still up 28-0 against Roosevelt. And the Dowling game has been delayed. Scheduled to start at 8 o'clock, an accident on the interstate for a boss. So a delay there. Interesting, Dowling Catholic. Their matchup, though, here this evening delayed. 24 seconds left. Johnston down to their final timeout, 2nd and 4, as they work from the 38-yard line of Waukee. Waukee leads 24-0. Brodus now going to take a shot. Look into the end zone. It's got a man there. It is knocked away. Threw it into the double team. Looking for a call down there was the wide receiver, Jacob Simpson. Good D there out there, though. Couple of defenders for Waukee.
Yeah, and he had maybe a shot at it with his size, but then, as you say, he tried to either get it or make it look like he was interfered with.
Simpson, 6'5", 205 pounds, just a sophomore. Big target for Brodus, his classmate in the sophomore class. 3rd and 4. Looks that way again. Across the middle, ball deflected, incomplete.
Sean Strand right off his pads. A little behind him there and thrown hard. And he catches that one. They're getting close to field goal range on that, but.
Ty Boardman on the coverage for Waukee. It'll be 4th and 4, and the Dragons going to go for it from the 38-yard line of Waukee. 16 ticks left on the first half clock. Brodus out to the right, throws it out there for Simpson, complete to the 30, breaks the tackle, 25-20, still on his feet, knocked out of bounds at about the 16-yard line. 8 seconds to go.
You got one timeout. Do you take a throw to the end zone, or do you bring out the kick team and try to get some points?
Boy, I think you got to take at least one shot there, and you got 6'5" Simpson. Yeah. That's where I'm looking.
And you got the timeout, so, you know, your quarterback's got to look. If it doesn't happen quick, you throw it away. That's what they'll do.
8 seconds as the clock is stopped. Looking out to the right, looking across the middle, and the ball is brought in at about the 10-yard line. 2 seconds left, and a timeout will be called, and Johnston will bring out the field goal unit. Dragons trying to get some points on the board with Carson Hansen. Made his only field goal attempt. Dar mentioned that a moment ago, a 33-yarder. This one will be from the right hash. He's going to have it spotted down at the 16. It'll be 26 yards for Carson Hansen.
Now they get up there. We're going to count, make sure they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 guys out there. They were counting to be sure. You don't want to hit a field goal and then get a penalty for too many men.
And Scott is the holder. Hold down, kick high in the air, and it is good. Johnston gets on the board with the field goal at 26 yards, and that is how we will end the first half. Waukee 24, Johnston 3. Well, good drive to end the first half here, Dar. Positive certainly for Johnston to get something up there. No goose egg, and now get ready for the second half, but plenty to talk about with Coach Woodley's squad.
Yeah, some good passes there. Of course, Waukee was in that prevent a little bit on defense, but, you know, at least you got something positive to work with here as you go into the halftime locker room. You got some points on the board, and we saw how quickly Waukee scored.
Yeah.
So you're, you know, hoping you force some turnovers and turn it around that way.
Gabe Baker, first-year head coach for Waukee. He's going to the locker room for the first time with a lead.
Yeah.
And the first time having a different kind of conversation. Those first 4 weeks, we talked about some of the struggles that they have had. When we come back, that's something in the locker room. It's just going to be different for them, talking to these guys and saying, hey, we're up 21, but we still got a lot of football in front of us.
Because not only winning, but playing when you got the lead and closing out games is a thing, too. Because we know Johnston, and we've seen the Woodley teams before, they're going to make a run back at you here in the second half.
Our score at the half, Waukee 24, Johnston 3. Coming up here with the halftime show on CISN TV and 96.9 The Bull. Going to hear from the new head athletic director for Waukee, Eric Boyle's going to stop by. We'll talk with him a little bit about the first year as a dual high school in Waukee, what the perspective has been for the Warriors. We'll get into that. Great start for the football team. We'll look around the other activities at Waukee. We will also get you a scoreboard update.
It's homecoming night, isn't it?
Homecoming night, and we got some festivities happening out there as they come out onto the field. Got the band out there and a few extras, it looks like, here on homecoming night.
Yeah, which brought up the question in the office. Waukee Northwest had their homecoming, but who comes to that?
Right.
They're a brand new school.
Right.
I don't know.
There's not really a coming home.
But it's celebrating the new school, I guess.
You still got to give out the homecoming king and queen. You still got to do all those.
all that.
Yep.
But, you always have the first one, I guess, and coming back.
Well, we'll get a scoreboard update all coming up here at the halftime show presented by our friends at the Urology Center of Iowa. Dowling now underway against Council Bluffs' Abe Lincoln and jumped out on their opening drive 7-0 the Maroons. So they had a delay of the start because of an accident, but they're on the field right now and playing, leading 7-0 against Council Bluff, Abe Lincoln. We'll get you a full scoreboard update coming your way here at the half, here from the Athletic and Activities Director at Waukee, Mr. Boyle, and a whole lot more. In the first half summary, Waukee 24, Johnston 3. Once again, your halftime score here on CISN TV at 96.9 The Bull as we come back with more here in a moment. Joined once again by... Guys, are you looking for an excuse to watch football all weekend long? Then schedule your vasectomy with the Urology Center of Iowa. The Urology Center of Iowa offers nitrous during your vasectomy, cutting-edge technology to help you relax during your procedure. Make the call to 515-400-3550. That's 400-3550 or online at iowauro.com. Vasectomies with the Urology Center of Iowa. And tell them you heard it on KXNO. Global Direct Mail and Marketing is the teammate your small business needs. Locally owned and located in Urbandale, Global Direct Mail and Marketing can help your small business
Heating and cooling companies. I'm proud of what we've accomplished at Holt. Our team is leading the way in providing the latest in home comfort solutions, and we have fun doing it. Our passion is to be the clear first choice for all your plumbing, heating, cooling, and home service needs. But at the end of the day, a job well done and a happy customer means everything to us. Just one more reason why more and more Central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
Obsessively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way, and from a safe distance away. Delivering the energy you need while going the extra mile. Regardless of the times, our team remains committed to you.
Central Bank is proud to support the unmatched spirit of sportsmanship and hard work exemplified by our local athletes. We're fans of high school sports and the way the big game and hometown team rally a community. Best of luck to all of today's competitors. Play hard, have fun, and make something great happen. Central Bank, member FDIC.
Our team at D. Armand Ford Indianola are committed to giving you an exceptional ownership experience.
As a family-owned business, my dad and I are in the dealership every day to ensure you experience the D. Armand difference.
Our core values of hard work, honesty, trust, and integrity are what we build our business on.
Experience the difference at the all-new D. Armand Ford Indianola,
where you'll actually enjoy doing business.
The all-new D. Armand Ford Indianola, DarmandFord.com.
50 and online at iowauro.com. A guilt-free football watching weekend after your vasectomy from the Urology Center of Iowa.
The Central Iowa Game of the Week halftime show on 96.9 The Bull is brought to you by the Urology Center of Iowa. Here's Trent Condon.
Welcome back once again to Waukee. The Warriors with a 24-3 lead over Johnston. Waukee trying to pick up their first win of the year, and the first at Waukee for Gabe Baker. Gabe Baker played up at Dyke New Hartford back in the late 90s and made his way over, took the job here with Waukee, trying to get that first one in the win column. And as Dar and I were just talking about, it'll be a different conversation over there in the locker rooms for Waukee here at the half as the band is on the field for Waukee, getting ready for their halftime performance. We're going to hear from Eric Boyle here momentarily from Waukee. Makes his way up from down on the field. And in fact, speak of the devil, there he is right there. We'll get them all mic'd up and ready to go. 24-3 our halftime score. Mr. Boyle, this football team looks like you made a good hire, huh?
Oh, yeah, we're thrilled with Gabe. Great guy, great character, and obviously we're getting better every week.
It's such a learning process, and I remember 8 years ago now talking to the people in the Ankeny community. When the split happened, there's always going to be some hurt feelings. There's going to be people that feel, how equitable is a split? How is everything going to be? I know that's something, talking to Jim before you made your way over here, that was something that was important to him, even before he made the decision where he was going to go. They wanted to try to do everything possible to make it.
Talking strictly football, we're growing. We had kids who maybe didn't have the reps or the experience coming into the season, and that learning curve was big, but it's getting smaller and smaller with the more reps and games we get. I think the biggest thing tonight is when you look out into the crowd and see a full packed house. Our student body's been tremendous in supporting all of our activities, and to see our community rally with us, it's just been a special start to homecoming.
You got homecoming week festivities. Of course, we've been joking about Northwest, the new school. Going to be difficult for their homecoming with, well, they don't have a graduating class, right?
Right. Yep.
A little bit different there, but you got people coming back, people out here on the field. And let's move past football and just talk in general here. Activities, athletics, what you guys have going on in Waukee and going through this transition.
I think right now a lot of our work is, as a staff, getting to know one another. And we spent a lot of time this summer and into the fall so far trying to talk about vision statements or mission statements or maybe pillars that we can anchor ourselves in, and how we want to treat kids, how we want to communicate with kids, and how we want to build a culture within the Waukee athletic program and activities program. And so first getting to have conversations about what it is we value, and then what those values look like in action.
Big picture from there, you got a chance to really shape an athletic department and a program, kind of your own vision. What is your vision? What do you look at when you look at the future of Waukee High School?
Well, I think, as an educator, our number one job is to help create positive citizens within our community. I think the hope is you develop great people who want to stay in our community and help continue traditions and take pride in Waukee and surrounding metro. The other thing that we're looking for when we started hiring our staff was, attitude, integrity, character. The idea of, we want to be inclusive, and we want to make sure we're trying to touch every kid in a positive way. And understanding that this transition was going to be challenging was maybe also that grit factor, being able to handle adversity and show kids that life's not always easy. And how do you get up when you get knocked down, and how do you handle the ebbs and flows of life matter.
Eric Boyle, the activities director here at Waukee, joining us on the halftime show presented by the Urology Center of Iowa. Mr. Boyle, from there, looking across and what you guys have going on, fall sports leading into the winter, but there's also other things going on. You have, of course, we're still dealing with the pandemic, going through that, so you already have your own difficult set of circumstances, with the split of the high schools, and you throw that into it. It's different than last year, certainly. How has it been different for you guys at the high school level?
I think the biggest challenge for me was, when we started last year, and I say we, Jim and I, my hope was to be able to lean on someone with tremendous experience and tremendous success and kind of see how he did things and, pull the things that I felt like I wanted to anchor onto, and then maybe have the ability to make some adjustments that maybe suited my personality a little bit different than his. And then the pandemic hit, and really it all became void. And Jim and I spent most of our time problem solving. How many tickets can we give out to get kids or parents in, and then can we get kids in? And so I never really got that year with him of what does a normal Friday night look like. Yeah. So now we have an opportunity to, okay, here we go, it's homecoming. And I felt like last night during powder night or every other week and start jotting down reflections on, okay, here's things I would tweak for next year.
So I got a goofy question for you. I'm sure you're ready for one of these from me. What happened to the helmet coming onto the field? Was that Gabe's decision? Is he the one that got to decide what they're going to do?
The helmet car last year wasn't in play.
Right.
And we didn't have a place to house it, so I've kind of...
So is it in your garage?
No. It's at operations right now, but we're trying to decide when you start thinking about new traditions, what do those look like? I've got an advisory council, and we met this week for the first time since August, and we're trying to do it on early outs, but that's some of the conversations we had this week is like, okay, we've lived a home football game. We've lived some home volleyball matches. Like, what are some things that you want to try doing differently that haven't been done, or what are things you want to incorporate that maybe we hadn't thought about, and get some of that student voice involved.
Homecoming, another set of circumstances here. One final thing I thought about. You guys were packed to the gills, obviously, because of just the sheer volume of students. How different is it this year over at the high school with, 1,200 students in there as opposed to almost 2,500?
Yeah, we're like 1,170 right now, and I think I joked the other day, like if you come to school in the middle of the day, a year ago, you couldn't find a parking spot.
Right.
Now there's plenty. Sometimes people wonder if we're in session, but, it's great. My advisory council met on Wednesday, and our first agenda item was talk to me about the positives in the start of the year, and then the next flip side, what are some things we can get better at. But, the overall theme from all the kids, and there's 19 of them, was the fact that they felt connected, that there were relationships, and just that they were really excited about the atmosphere and culture of the building and being able to maybe be a more close-knit community than maybe they haven't been in the past.
Eric, congratulations to you on the new job this year, taking over full-time. We've known each other for a number of years, and fun to see you, and excited to cross paths many times here in the future.
I hope so. I appreciate it. Thanks.
Eric Boyle, Activities Director here with Waukee. With that, we're going to take a quick time out here at the half, presented by the Urology Center of Iowa. We'll get you an update on all the scores from across central Iowa. Again, Dowling Catholic, they had a delay, but they are out on the field. We'll get you updated on that and everything happening across central Iowa. When we come back, your halftime score, 24-3, a lead for Waukee over the Johnston Dragons here at the half. Back in a moment with more on CISN TV and 96.9 The Bull.
Obsessively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way, and from a safe distance away, delivering the energy you need while going the extra mile. Regardless of the times, our team remains committed to you.
Guys, are you looking for an excuse to watch football all weekend long? Then schedule your vasectomy with the Urology Center of Iowa. The Urology Center of Iowa offers nitrous during your vasectomy, cutting-edge technology to help you relax during your procedure. Make the call to 515-400-3550. That's 400-3550, or online at iowauro.com.
Job well done and a happy customer means everything to us. Just one more reason why more and more Central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
The Rookie Sports Cards in Clive. From current boxes and packs of sports cards, vintage cards, autographed helmets and jerseys, and the weekly bid board. Plus, you can cash in your old cards at The Rookie. Find it all at The Rookie Sports Cards in Clive, 9992 Swanson Boulevard, or online, therookie sportscards.com.
We at DeArmond Ford Indianola are committed to giving you an exceptional ownership experience.
As a family-owned business, my dad and I are in the dealership every day to ensure you experience the DeArmond difference.
Our core values of hard work, honesty, trust, and integrity are what we build our business on.
Experience the difference at the all-new DeArmond Ford Indianola,
where you'll actually enjoy doing business.
The all-new DeArmond Ford Indianola, DeArmondFord.com.
A business name is important, sure. For one, it's how we connect with you, find you, and do business with you. But what's behind the name matters more. Roshan Corporation of Iowa is now Graphite Construction Group. We're building offices, retail centers, tenant improvements, schools, and more. But the most important thing we build, our relationship with you. Let's get started on your construction project. Visit us at graphitegrp.com.
Is brought to you by the Urology Center of Iowa. Here's Trent Condon.
Welcome back once again to Waukee High School and Waukee Stadium as we finish up the Urology Center of Iowa halftime show. Waukee 24, Johnston 3. Dar, you got the scoring recap for us here in the first half as Waukee tries to pick up their first win of the year.
Yep, it was with 10:19 to play, a 21-yard run by Hawk as they got the ball at the 20, first and 10, 20, and they ran it in, and the kick was good by Bartachek. It was 7-0. Then 5:27 to go in the first. Bartachek, a 42-yard field goal, made it 10-0. Then a Hawk 1-yard run with 3:23 to go in the first quarter, and that was 17-0. Then they threw the screen pass out to Ray Hall and a 31-yard touchdown pass, and Bartachek kicked the extra point. It was 24-0. Then right at the end of the half, they came down and got the field goal. Johnston did with Carson Hansen kicking the 26-yarder at the as the clock ran out, and it's 24-3. So we'll see, and Waukee deferred, so they will get the ball to start the second half here. And I'm glad you got the biggest question tonight answered. Where is the helmet car?
I thought Boyle had it in his garage, but they got it over at facilities, I guess.
Yeah, and I guess we might see it. Maybe we might have to start a petition. You know, I know we're not Waukee students or anything, and they got the advisory group going, but I'd like to see it back out here and just, with a new paint job and stuff and go with it. But it's always kind of fun to see that.
It is one of my favorite parts of the CIML in that entrance. And new coaching staff, Maroons with the big lead in that matchup. Nankity Centennial on the road in Sioux City, taking on a pretty good East squad. They lead the Raiders 10-0 at the half. And look around the scores.
Starting to see some big numbers here as we get into Game 5, and these teams some of them starting to hit their stride here. Waukee finally, if they can hang on to this one, get their breakthrough first win of the season here tonight. But some of those other teams really kind of getting things together. Dowling, I know, really need a win to kind of get back on track. And Valley, I know they beat Waukee, and I don't think Coach Swenson was real happy with the turnovers and stuff there. They always want to do better. So a lot of football left to play here as we in Week 5 as we'll head toward the playoffs, and we'll head toward October here soon.
Kind of feeling like playoff football a little bit as the chills finally starting to come in.
Yeah, not too bad though, about 60, and it's still pretty nice to be out there.
As we are ready to go, start of the second half, I'm Trent Condon, my partner Dard Danielson. Whole crew here with CISN TV. Glad to have you aboard with us, and everybody out there in Radio Land on 96.9 The Bull. Thanks for joining us here tonight. 24-3 as we start the second half. Waukee will get the football as Johnston will tee it up. And, of course, new kicker, it was Jack Rutz. He is lost for the season, though, so it'll be Carson Hansen. Does have 5 touchbacks this year, and he pounds one into the end zone. Another touchback for him.
Well,
got a strong leg.
Yeah, as I say, pretty good leg there as it bounces into the end zone. No wind really tonight. That's a nice part of the night, too. All the flags, just so you can see them on the far side above the stadium there. They're just laying down, so no wind to speak of here tonight. A big series, I think, for Johnston's defense. If they can, get the ball back and maybe build a little bit on that field goal at the end of the first half, they can maybe try to claw back into this one.
24-3 after the touchback, 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line for the offense from Waukee. Blake Hawk brings the team out of the huddle and put a man in motion. That's Hoskinson, going to keeping himself in the middle and bottled up after a short gain was Hawk. Ran hard, a couple of touchdown rushes in the first half from him.
Yeah, and that's probably something they're talking about a little bit because he had some great fakes there, especially like on that first touchdown run where everybody went out, was tackling the back, and he just kind of walked right up through the middle there untouched. So I'm sure the defensive coach is talking a lot about watching that ball, keeping an eye on the ball, and don't follow the fake.
Different look here, 2 stacked receivers on each side of the formation, going to hand it off, and fighting forward to about the 25. On the rush there was Niall Eddy. So Eddy picks up 3. It'll make it 3rd down and 5. Johnston defense, they were on the field a whole bunch during the first half, trying to get off the field here with the 3 and out.
Well executed.
Fresh set of downs now for Waukee as they work with the football from the 31. Handoff and nice hole up the middle for Eddy as he skips forward out to the 37-yard line. A pickup of 6. Now Waukee, they love to play fast here, but also have to be a little bit content knowing we'll eat some clock here too with a 21-point lead.
Yeah, they can go up tempo when they need to, but right here, yeah, they're taking their time, looking over, going to run that play clock down because the more they grind off the clock, the harder it is for Johnston to get back into it. Now, still with a 3-score lead.
All in alley on the left side of the formation. A handoff again for Eddy. Got back to the line of scrimmage and maybe picked up a half yard. That'll be it, though. It'll be 3rd down again for Waukee. 1 for 1 here in conversions this drive and looking for another. Need to get just to the 41-yard line for the first.
Cohen Mack on the tackle that time for Johnston.
Hawk lines up with Eddy on his right hip. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Looking to throw on 3rd down. Pressure comes now. Hawk going to try to run for it. He's got the first down right at the 41, it looks like, but a flag.
Yeah, flag down back there where he kind of ran out of the backfield, so that a lot of times indicates holding. And it probably will be coming back. Yep, that's what it is. And that is the 3rd penalty on Waukee.
A hold and going to make it from 3rd and 4 and picking it up now. It'll be 3rd and long as they walk the football all the way back to the 22-yard line is where they're going to spot it.
All right, take that back. That's the first penalty there.
That'll make it from the 22. 3rd down and 19. So a huge penalty there in the backfield on the hold. And Hawk will go with 2 receivers left, 1 right. Pressure comes, they set up a screen. Complete to the 25, brought down at the 28. Not nearly enough for a first down. And so they'll have to punt it away here early in the 3rd quarter, up by 21.
You found Charlie Cross there on the screen, the tight end, sophomore. And so that Johnston got what they wanted. They got the stop here. And we'll see if they can get a decent return out of this.
Brennan Matthews will come in to do the punting. 12 punts this year for 429 yards coming in.
Yeah, he's their heavy punter, 6'4", 265.
It's a big guy and a big kick there that hits at the 39. Rolls past the returner to the 22, falls on it. Now, Waukee says that it hit off the return man.
They're talking it over.
And they will say, no, it will stay with Johnston. Officials came together, made sure of it, make sure neither of them saw the ball hit off the return man there. Bounce to the 21. Good return, a good punt, though. And Johnston will get the football at their 22. bit of a scary situation there, though, for Johnston. Got the stop defensively.
Well, and he didn't go after it, so I think he kind of knew he didn't touch it because he kind of came up and let it roll by him. If he thought it touched him, he would have scrambled. Either that or he was a good actor and thought, hey, it touched me and I'm gonna make like it didn't.
And if it did, he's got a part in the school drama play coming up this fall. First down run to the left side and spun down for another loss. And we talked about Hawk and what this offense has done for Waukee. How about the defense, though? They came in without a sack all year long, but they have piled up not just a couple of sacks, but also a bunch of tackles for loss.
Yeah, they've been just really playing well here and forcing. They know they have a young quarterback, and they've been forcing him into get enough pressure on him to force him to throw early when he doesn't want to and forcing him into some mistakes.
Adrian Brodus, the sophomore, looks to throw here. He's got a man out complete, out near the 30-yard line and brought down at the 29. A pickup of 9, and that will make it 3rd and short.
That was a nice pitch and catch, though. Easy, just throw it out there in the flat. He didn't have any pressure, and they got a good pickup and made it a manageable 3rd down here.
3rd and 3. Need to get to the 32 for the first down. Johnston from their own 29. Brodus puts a man in motion. From the gun, pressure comes, rolls out to his right. Still looking up the field, still looking, going to throw it in, throw it away. Ivory over in coverage. Pressure from the Waukee defense, good coverage down the field. It'll be 4th down and 3, and little extracurriculars happening there as linemen for both sides got tangled up.
Updated scores, Ankeny over Roosevelt 42-0 at half. Dowling now 30-0 over Council Bluffs Lincoln in the second quarter. So they've scored quickly there once that game got underway late.
Here 24-3 with 7:01 left in the third quarter. Waukee leading, trying to pick up their first win of the season against the 2-2 Johnston Dragons. Punt unit will come out again for Johnston with Carson Hansen.
Yeah, Alley and Hall back deep.
Well, this is a time, though they're backed up, 4th and 3, got to be looking for perhaps something tricky. Good snap back and a nice kick. Fair catch called for at the 35-yard line by Alley. And that's where Waukee will get the football back for the second time. 6 minutes, 55 seconds left in the third. Waukee 24-3.
Yeah, and they played it, as you mentioned, not with that up-tempo there. They regular tempo for Waukee, and I'm assuming they're going to come back out on that again here as they just continue keeping that clock wound down. You want to get your first victory. You want to get the homecoming win, and everybody's happy. A huge crowd here on the Waukee side for homecoming, and build on that confidence.
Offense comes back out again with Blake Hawk. From the gun, hands it off, and not much doing over on the left side again. Johnston defense, they have really buttoned themselves up, too, as this game has gone on.
Yeah, they've been able to plug up that middle a little better there, whereas Eddie was just kind of sliding and making his way through and picking up 4 and 5 yard chunks or more in that first half. Now they've getting some penetration, and that time they stop him a yard behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 11, 4 wide receivers for Hawk. Out of the shotgun. Looks to set up a bubble screen out to the left. That one is complete. Crunched down at the 37-yard line. Look out down there. A physical tackle out on the edge.
Good hard lick, so another key 3rd down here for Johnston.
Man in motion for Hawk as he's going to roll out to his right. Looking across the middle. Pump fakes. Now throws it late into coverage. Tipped away. And again, it was Yoda there. So good series out of him. Good series for the Dragon defense, and they force another punt.
Almost a little jump pass there.
Yeah.
I wonder where he saw that. I'm sure these guys watch the NFL and watch that game with the jump pass in it. But now again, Johnston, if they can get, last time they didn't get a good return on it. They let it bounce, but
there's a punt, and Hawk just got that one away. Dragons say get away from it as it goes out of bounds. We'll see on the spot as the official continues to walk forward. He'll mark it, I thought for a moment at the 42. Now he's stepping back. He's going to go through the mechanics of officiating, and he'll mark it at the 34.
Okay.
Always interesting, the mechanics there on the sideline, and usually watching from TV, and that's kind of our perspective here also here at Top Waukee Stadium. Just looking for this vantage point. It never feels like they get those ones exactly right.
No, and it's
got to be difficult down there on the field.
Unless you can see where it comes right out. But,
right.
But he's right down the line, so he can see it there.
Hand off to Menson Martin. He picked up maybe a yard. It'll be 2nd and long. Back stopped right at the line of scrimmage at 2nd and 10.
I kind of got a little perspective referee in soccer. When you're the AR, you can see where that ball winds out on the sideline and goes out. But, yeah, sometimes it's from up here. And you realize that, too, up here, the field goal is how it is after seeing that Vikings kick and the call on that one where he thought it was through. You know, our angle from the press box isn't always the best.
Swing pass out to Martin. Makes the catch, but he is brought down right away. How about in the open field, the tackle from Caden Ivory? He's had a night tonight.
Yeah, he's been making some big plays. He almost got the pick down here around the 3-4 yard line on that receiver. And now he makes one there where the running back, if he doesn't make that, he might rumble up and get the first down. But a big 3rd and 8 now here for Johnston.
He's got some size, a 6'2 cornerback, 3rd and 8. They throw it his way, complete. Right at the sticks. It'll depend on the spot. Finally shoved out of bounds was Jacob Simpson. A sophomore wide receiver, leads the team in catches and going to be good enough for the first down.
And I like what he did there. He turned, squared, and put his hands out and gave a target to the quarterback. And he went right up to where he needed to be, the first down marker. Not short of it, not right at it, but got a little more and squared and gave the target and then brought it in with his hands. And when you got that size, that's what you need, especially for an experienced quarterback. Give him something to throw it to.
Adrian Brodus, nice throw from him as he put it on a line, 1st and 10. Dragons from their 45. Hand off Martin, left side, crunched after a short gain. Still on his feet for a moment. In first on the tackle for Waukee. Saw number 56, Sonny Salkick there. And he's going to get a quick breather after the tackle. 2nd down and 2 after the run from Martin. Side Brodus to throw. He's got a man complete for a first down as he was able to play some pitch and catch there with Sean Strand.
Yeah, starting to get some, good medium passes. They tried to throw deep a lot early in that first half and go for the long ball, but here just get it in chunks. There's no big hurry. You can't score the 21 on one long pass.
Throw a swing out to Martin. That one incomplete, just over his head. Waukee defense was a little bit out of sorts there. Felt like they maybe had him, but the Brodus pass just sails wide.
Yeah, if he gets it, and he might be able to get to the boundary and get some yards, but just a little high.
That'll make it 2nd and 10. Waukee on the defensive side, leading 24-3. Johnston trying to chip away. They have the football at the Warrior 41. Set up for a run for Martin. Tried to step through a couple of offensive linemen and defensive linemen there.
Flag comes in late. There might be a hold on the blocking out front there.
Menson Martin, 2nd on the team coming into tonight. In rushing yards, he has taken a bulk of the carries, though. And it will be a hold against the Johnston offense.
And that's right at the line of scrimmage, so
they're going to move it back. That'll make it 2nd down and 20 as they walk back to the 49-yard line of the Dragons. 3:06 left to play in the 3rd. Waukee 24, Johnston 3.
You hate to see that. They're just Johnston trying to get a little bit of drive going here, and then they have a couple things that hurt them. You got Simpson wide right here. Let's see if they look for him again.
Brodus to throw. Pressure comes, gets it out of bounds as he threw it away with the pressure there, and another good defensive presence coming through there, getting a little pressure.
Yeah, because Simpson, he did go down. He turned around and sat down looking for the ball, but he never got a chance. Brodus didn't get a chance to even get it out to him.
Pressure from Armstrong Campbell, the junior defensive lineman, 6'2", 240. He'll be credited with the pressure. And now it's 3rd and 20. 3 receivers left. High snap. Brodus able to haul it back in. Now rolling. Out to his left, looking for some help. Still looking up the field. He's going to take a shot. Out of bounds. Incomplete. And the Warrior defense holds again.
Yeah, that was just trying to save the yardage and not losing another 7 to 10 there on that. He did well to get around and throw it out of bounds and throw it far enough where he didn't get a penalty. But we'll see here if they looks like they will punt it.
Carson Hansen on 4th and 20 comes back out onto the field. 2:40 left in the 3rd quarter. Couple of late substitutions for Waukee, charging off the field. High snap. Ball is loose at the 34. Trying to yard and just run and pick up something, and knocked down is Hansen at the 45. A special teams miscue there, and Waukee will get the football with great field position.
Yeah, and we've seen a couple of those to the quarterback, and that one to the punter, and he did all he could to pick it up, and he gained a few yards there. I thought for a minute he might have chimed a quick kick it, but
and you could see that almost going through his mind.
Through his mind, do I try to quick kick it or not? And then he just decided, well, better part of it is to run and get what I can. And
officials going through some things on the field as they're coming. That's what we do know from the 46. And here's a good punt after all that. Alley has a bounce away from him. Ball is loose, and it's going to be picked up by the Johnston Dragons. What a turn of events. Dragons in business. They'll get the ball at the 21-yard line, and a quick change all of a sudden as that one just bounded out of the hands of Tariq Alley.
And the first turnover by Waukee on the night. And for a minute there, you're wondering if it was going to bounce up and the Johnston was going to be able to return it to the end zone, but otherwise they're a good field position. 1st and 10 at the 21 here.
Plenty of time, 2:22 left in the 3rd. Waukee 24-3, but now the Dragons have moved to the 21 after the fumble recovery. Deep into Waukee territory, 1st and 10. As Brodus, the quarterback, will work with 2 receivers, right, 1 left. Hitch and go, looking to the end zone.
Simpson.
Trying to find Simpson out there. Comes back for the football. What a catch. 6'5", Simpson on the grab. The sophomore gets the Dragons their first touchdown of the night.
Well, he turned square, and it was right in the breadbasket by the time he got around between 2 defenders there.
Absolute beauty there. They went with the hitch and go, took the shot into the end zone, and the Dragons are right back in the football game, coming back and making the play. PAT attempt up, and that one is good. 24-10. We got a ball game as we come back on CISN TV at 96.9 The Bull.
Do you remember the last walk-off?
Missing out on life's activities because of hip pain? Ask your orthopedic surgeon about Anterior Advantage Hip Replacement, a leading solution in anterior approach hip replacement. To learn more, visit aahip.com. That's aahip.com. The performance of hip replacements depends on age, weight, activity level, and other factors. There are potential risks, and recovery takes time. People with conditions limiting rehabilitation should not have this surgery. Unlike a traditional approach where the muscles are cut, the anterior approach allows the surgeon to work between the muscles, keeping them intact. By keeping the muscles intact, the anterior approach may allow for a shorter recovery, less pain, a shorter hospital stay, and fewer post-operative restrictions. Only an orthopedic surgeon can tell you if hip replacement is right for you. To find an orthopedic surgeon in central Iowa that uses Anterior Advantage Hip Replacement, go to aahip.com and let your doctor know you heard it during our high school football coverage.
Trent Condon, Dart Danielson back with you once again in Waukee. Things have tightened up here. Waukee's lead trimmed to 14, 24-10. 2:16 to play after the touchdown throw to Jacob Simpson. And now the Dragons look to kick it away.
Points off the fumbled punt that they recovered at the 21.
Here's a shorter kick as they squib it out to the right side. Ball rolls back to the 3. Some trouble there. Finally,
after the fumble, and they get it into the end zone on the 21-yard touchdown pass.
Got an injury on the field for the Dragons. Limping his way over. That's number 14, William Scott, a senior defensive back and special teamer. And he's going to get help from training staff over there.
Well, now here's where Johnston's defense is probably going to feel a little, peppy, but you got to be careful. Watch the fake here and don't get beat deep, because there's, good time for Waukee to try to play action maybe and catch them off guard. But we'll see if maybe they go a little conservative in the shadow of their own end zone and just hand it off.
2:10 left in the third quarter. Waukee 24, Johnston 10. Warriors with the football. They will hand it off and spinning forward for a couple. Nice physical run again from Niall Eddy. Young man, he's got a bright future.
He does. He rarely goes backwards. Even when he stopped for no gain, he still moving toward.
5'10", 175 pounds, and plays bigger than that. Spinning through a tackle and getting a first down. Got it out to Bess, and Dalton did the rest.
Yeah, he's kept moving, so now they got a little breathing room here.
First down in Waukee. They're not content to sit on the football. They're moving very quickly here. Tempo worked well in the first half. Now they'll take a look back over at the sideline with 1:42 left to go here in the third quarter. From the 21, throw out for Hall. That one complete. And he has stood up at the 27-yard line. Really like what we've seen out of the wide receiver Ray Hall, a senior. Came in with just 4 catches this year. But with the injury to Ben Kamara, he has played well in his absence. Zone read, Hawk keeps it himself, fighting forward himself, and he gets it out near the 30.
Yeah, and that was a case there. You get him out 1-on-1 in space. If you don't make a good tackle, we've seen his speed. He was going to slip away and be gone there.
Third down and 2 from the 30. They'll go back and roll things out with Hawk. Hawk now steps up and lost his footing there. Kind of a funky play. Almost looked like a cleat got stuck in the turf.
Yeah, but he did see the movie. He stopped and let that lineman go by him, used the momentum of the lineman against him, and he went by him. And then as he's starting to turn toward the first down, he caught a cleat or something and slipped. Otherwise, looked like he might run his way to a first down. And there's a little bit of difference between the clock here, but they will have to snap it and punt it on 4th down.
Now we've seen Waukee use this short punt formation with Hawk the quarterback. It is 4th down and 2, and Hawk will punt it away. End over end kick. It'll hit middle of the field at the 34, take a great Waukee bounce down to the 20-yard line. So it turns out to be a 50-yard punt. With 3 seconds left to go in the third quarter, Johnston showing signs of life, though. They'll get the ball.
Yeah,
down 24-10.
The big score there from 21 yards out, one play. So you get a drive here. You start heading in the fourth quarter, you got a one-possession ball game.
It'll be one play here to finish up the quarter from the Dragons. And Brodus wants to throw. Pressure comes from the backside. He rolls out to the right and hit as he threw. Great defensive sequence again coming through on the backside for Waukee. The pressure from Nolan Klemsrud. And that's how we'll end the third quarter. Waukee 24, Johnston 10. The fourth quarter is coming your way next on 96.9 The Bull and CISN TV.
Are you missing out
Kirk Chevy Waukee has over 300 pre-owned vehicles with 50 under 25 grand. Des Moines area, you've never seen this before. Text value to 515-212-7952 and get your vehicle's instant value by text. Or go to WaukeeChevy.com and click on Text My Trade-In Value. Chevy Cruze, $199 a month. Silverado 1500, $349 per month.
Who loves you, Iowa? Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee does. WaukeeChevy.com.
Obsessively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way, and from a safe distance away, delivering the energy you need while going the extra mile. Regardless of the times, our team remains committed to you.
Game of the week on 96.9 The Bull.
Starting the fourth quarter, Trent Condon and Dart Danielson. And going back to the air, going to take a shot up the field. Two men out there. Who came down with it? It is Johnston going up high and making the play there. Incredible. Brodus threw it into coverage.
Rex Woodley.
Found Woodley. Wow, what a play.
That looked like, the end of the Hail Mary. And what a play on that. Wow.
Woodley's first catch of the night. Going to take another shot up the field. Got Simpson out. Ball tipped away just at the last moment from Waukee. Bryce Hoskinson on coverage.
And he just about tipped it back to the receiver. And now he's staying down.
Hoskinson came up gimpy there. His teammate helped him out and said he needs a little bit more than that after the pass deflection from the junior.
All of a sudden going downfield is working a little bit here for Johnston. Well, they had some good plays by the receivers.
Yep.
I mean, that was a 50-50 ball, and Woodley came away with it.
Well, it was a 25, 25, 25, 25
yeah, you're
ball.
right. Well,
There's four guys over there.
I told you there was four guys, so it'll be 25. But I wasn't good at math. I told you that. But, yeah, it was. And one of the guys in white came down with it, so.
Well, and the way that Johnston now is starting to test this defensive backfield more and really staying away from Ivory, it'll be a new cornerback that'll come into the game. Ivory's been so good, number 9 for Waukee on one side of the field.
And Hoskinson's coming off. He's walking off. That's good to see here. We'll see if he comes back. But the thing, too, is that they've been getting a little more time in there for Brodus to throw the ball. He's been back there and had just a little more time to wind up and throw it.
So the new cornerback coming here to this side of the field, that'll be Tate Garrington in for the injured Bryce Hoskinson. 2nd and 10. Brodus rolls to the right side, steps up. He's going to take another shot. One-on-one, looking for Simpson. Fight for the ball, and it's incomplete. Went against Ivory that time, and it messed up there. It'll be no gain.
Yeah, and that's tough when you see the three guys coming in, and those linemen need to chip them a little bit. You can't just let him come straight on, because they let him come straight on in there, and he didn't have any time to throw it. He tried to flip it out there, and you got to kind of play like you're blocking just a bit. You can't just let him run out before you take off, and they did that time, and it was first one to the quarterback wins almost.
Carson Hansen will come in to punt again. Hall back deep to receive for Waukee. 4th down and 10. And Hansen, a beautiful spiral punt. Fair catch called for, lets it bounce at the 10. Takes a great bounce to the 1-yard line and covered up there. And now we saw it earlier from the Waukee special times. This time Johnston with the down inside the 1.
Has him backed against the wall here. And all those things we saw him play, you can, maybe get a safety. You might, get a turnover down there. You got to be real careful for Waukee. There's a little more experienced quarterback for them, and if you hold them, then you flip the field again too here. So, still a lot of time. 10:36 to go in the fourth quarter. It's still 2 scores, but talked about how Johnston would come scrapping back, and they have here in the second half.
You wonder, we saw earlier Hawk, good physical runner if they go under center. They're going to go out of the pistol, it looks like this time. Running back directly, and now Hawk is going to go up under center. He's just going to try to sneak it forward, get some breathing room, but he did not get much.
He didn't get much, and they pushed him back, but they're going to give him forward progress.
So it'll be 2nd and 10.
He came right over the right guard, and then they kind of shoved him back in the end zone, but they're saying his progress was out right back to the line of scrimmage.
Make it 2nd and 10. Backed up at the 1 is Waukee, holding on to a 24-10 lead as we approach the 10-minute mark of the 4th quarter. Good one here. Hawk again, this time he's going to work from the gun. And he'll hand it to Eddie, who is hit right at the line. Get a depend on the spot. They're going to say just out of the end zone again.
Yeah, he lost, he lost 3/4 of the yard because that back tip of the football is going to be right at the edge of the line there. But that was close to being a safety.
Dragon fans, they want that safety.
Yeah, you look at it, you see there on the screen, there isn't much green between the back of that football and the white line.
3 receivers for Hawk. He looks that way. On 3rd down, throws it incomplete. It'll be 4th down, and now a difficult spot for Hawk and the punt team. Now Hawk normally the punter, but he is going to run off the field here.
They use their short guy, and they'll bring in
it'll be Matthews.
Matthews, the bigger guy.
Now Hawk's going to come back.
He's coming back, okay.
Wonder with that at the 1-yard line, he's used to kind of that quick kick out of there.
Yeah, and he's used to shorter snap. Now he drops it. He's going to
take the
safety.
Interesting. So they knew they were kind of backed up here. Going to play the field position game. They're give up the safety, take the 2 points. They'll have a free kick after this one, but trying to play field position with 9:14 left.
Yeah, it makes it 24-12. Because if you punt it out of there and they get it in good field position, the way they've been moving it, you're down to a 7-point game. Now here, you get the free kick, and you hopefully get a little more breathing room for your defense, and then the clock becomes a bigger factor too, as they got to try to drive it down.
An interesting decision there. First-year head coach Gabe Baker trying to push the right buttons and pick up his first win here with Waukee High School. 9:14 left. Our score now 24-12 as Johnston has scored the last 12 points of this game. A field goal at the end of the first half, a touchdown in the third, and now a safety as they will have the free kick from the 25-yard line. They're going to use the tee. Do have a strong-legged kicker in Bartachek, so going to give him an opportunity. And now they move it back to the 20. I was going to say free kick normally from the 20. We'd missed a flag earlier and wasn't sure if there was another one.
Yeah.
But it'll be a free kick from the 20. Got the returner back at about the 23-yard line as where they stand deep. 9 minutes, 14 seconds left in the 4th quarter. A good one here. Waukee and Johnston, the battle of purple and gold against purple and gold. The Waukee wearing the black uniforms tonight.
You say, hey, we'll give it to Bartachek. We know he's got a strong leg. He's going to boom it out of there.
And he'll kick it off from the 20. Angles over towards the sideline. Grabbed. Ball looked like it was bounding out of bounds.
Yeah.
The return man, though, grabbed it. And they'll be back at the 19. Couldn't work much more perfectly for Waukee.
That's still a penalty on a free kick even when it goes out of bounds. So they would have got the ball up. Well, they put it 35.
Yeah.
So it cost them, about 15 yards of field position or so there.
Well, and thinking a free kick from the 20 might even been further up than that. That's one that certainly will be frustrating for Coach Woodley and his staff at Johnston in film study.
That's something I can't remember last time I've seen, though, a high school team just conceding a safety like that and then kicking it. But,
in terms of field position, though, it's worked out for them. Johnston backed up at the 19. They go back to the air, complete to Woodley to the 25-yard line. He picks up 6. Clock continues to roll as it'll go inside of 9 minutes here in the 4th, 24-12.
All of a sudden, Waukee finding a little bit in that passing offense.
Adrian Brodus, the sophomore quarterback, in for the injured Jack Rutz. Lost for the season with an injury a couple games back. Brodus from the gun, looks back to the left, throws it, picked off, intercepted, an incredible INT for Waukee. That's Peyton Betts jumping the route.
Wow.
Just came out of like he came out of a shotgun there.
And perfectly timed, dove and intercepted it, and what a big play. We'll see here the replay on it.
Brodus, he had been finding a rhythm in the passing game, looked left, and how about that as you see it again here on CISN TV.
And I mentioned it earlier, those receivers have been sitting down and turning to the quarterback to kind of help him, and that time he saw that and he read it perfectly and came from about 5 yards away and dove and got the interception.
Instant change, and now looking to throw themselves, taking it but incomplete. Well, you see that a lot. Waukee trying to take a shot up the field after they get the interception, looking for that quick change. It's incomplete, though, from Hawk. It'll be 2nd down and 10 as they have the football at the 27-yard line of the. Now quickly come to the line. Out of the gun, here is Hawk. He's going to look to throw, throws a sweep pass, got a man out there with some room, stumbles forward to the 15. That's a 1st down.
Dalton Bess.
Bess, he's found himself out there a couple of different times, just kind of sneaking through.
Yeah, he stepped up out of that slot or H-back position a little bit here tonight and made some big plays. Again, with Kamara out with the injury, we've had some other receivers step up tonight for Waukee. And speaking of that interception, I got a feeling that might show up in the CISN Plays of the Week.
You can find those on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, CISN TV. Top 5 plays of the week. Randy, Justin, whole crew. Devin, know he's doing a great job with all of that as they pound it forward with Niall Eddy. Right up the gut. Inside of 7 minutes to play, 2nd and 5. Waukee football up by 12.
And they're just taking their time in the huddle, coming out again. They've gone back to the slow down. And now they're just going to, they've got Nakona in there as the up guy, and they're just going to pound it.
Let that play clock run down as it's at 11 seconds. And they will hand it off. Eddy breaks through the initial surge, gets to the 6-yard line, and then push forward inside the 5. They'll mark it right at the 5-yard line, and that's enough for the 1st down. They'll make it 1st and goal, Waukee.
And the clock will wind here after they get everything set, so you're pushing toward another score, and the clock's rolling.
Clock's your friend, scoreboard's your friend. The end zone, though, would be your best friend.
Yeah.
And
how good is that, taking that safety looking now, too?
Great,
because it allowed them to totally flip the field there against Johnston.
It'll be 1st and goal. There's Hawk from the gun. He's going to keep it himself on the zone read, trying to get to the corner. Cuts back at the 5 to the 4. Breaks through. Touchdown, Waukee. 3rd rushing score of the night for Blake Hawk. The junior quarterback gets on the board again.
How about the block by the right receiver Hall out there as he held his man off and let Hawk turn the corner and cut inside for the touchdown.
30-12 Waukee with the PAT pending. Looks like Waukee with the late substitution as they'll get another lineman out there on the field. Play clock down to 8 as he hustles over. Bartoszek on to attempt the PAT. Hold down, kick, knuckles its way through. 31-12, Waukee over Johnston with 5:39 left to go. We come back here in a moment with more on CISN TV and the Bull.
Direct Mail and Marketing is the teammate your small business needs. Locally owned and located in Urbandale, Global Direct Mail and Marketing can help your small business create the high-quality print materials your business needs to succeed. Whether it's business cards, flyers, business forms, letterhead, calendars, or a mail piece to attract new customers, Global Direct Mail and Marketing is ready to go to work for you today. Save by working with the local small business that will go the extra mile to get you what you need. Global Direct Mail and Marketing. Call Craig at 515-282-3000 and get your next project started today.
Central Bank is proud to support the unmatched spirit of sportsmanship and hard work exemplified by our local athletes. We're fans of high school sports and the way the big game and hometown team rally a community. Best of luck to all of today's competitors. Play hard, have fun, and make something great happen. Central Bank, member FDIC.
Football on 96.9 The Bull.
Trent Condon, Dar Danielson, fourth quarter, all Waukee now, 31-12. As Bartoshek will kick it off and kick it into the end zone. Just tucked it inside the pylon there for the touchback. Brodus, he's been check that. Bartoshek been pretty good there at those kicks and finding the right angle.
Yeah, good deep kick, and that was probably, too, one of the reasons, again, why Waukee took the safety down there, let him kick it out there deep, and then, of course, Johnston, they fielded it instead of letting it go out of bounds, and then we get the interception. So a lot happened in the last couple minutes here, but as he scrambles out, then it's Waukee 31-12, so they build that lead to 19 here.
5 minutes, 39 seconds left. Adrian Brodus to throw. Looking across the middle, incomplete, trying to find Simpson out there. But Waukee with good coverage out on the edge as that one's knocked away by Jace Nelson.
Dowling 44-0 at the half over Council Bluffs Lincoln.
So late start over there, but a early return it looks like.
Yeah, and it might be a quick finish as they're 44. That means continuous clock, so they may catch up quickly.
2nd and 10 after the incompletion. Brodus has 3 receivers left. Looking that way, he's going to take a shot up the field, and the ball is picked off, intercepted again by Waukee, hauled in on the INT. That was number 20,
Tate Garrington, yeah.
Well, the defensive backs have been playing at a high level. Garrington there with the INT. Brodus knew they had to score, and they had to score quickly. He took a shot on 2nd down, but threw it into coverage. And again, another play made by the defensive backs from the Warriors.
Yeah, and they could afford to give them a little more cushion now with that lead, and they did. And they were successful throwing it up early, let the receivers go get it. But now you have all the advantage to Waukee, and here they get another interception.
As the offense comes out of the field one more time here, leading 31-12, 5:28 to go in the ball game. And it'll be a handoff for Niall Eddy. Looks to the left. He is still on his feet. Takes 6 defenders to finally bring him down. A pickup of 5 on the play. 2nd and 5 from the 45 for Waukee. Puck with the tackle, amongst others from the Dragons.
Ankety's gone final, 49-6 in their ball game. First win over Waukee, didn't they? That was like the first Metro Des Moines school win over a Metro team in several seasons. So
completion there from Hawk as he found the H-back Charlie Cross. Another sophomore. A lot of youngsters out there for Waukee.
This homecoming crowd pretty happy right now for Waukee. They're anticipating breaking through with that win, and with kind of got to call them a new school because they're starting over here just as much as Waukee Northwest. In fact, Waukee Northwest has more of the players from the old school than the new school here. So
clock runs inside of 4 minutes on 3rd down. Big hole and a first down out to the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7. And how about that front for Waukee? The big Guglies in the middle doing their work, opening up a nice hole there.
Yeah, and Eddie was just an ankle tackle there away from taking it to the end zone.
It'll be first down from the 35, and again, Waukee working with this 19-point lead. They are content to run some clock, let that play clock get down as it ticks down to 15 seconds. Put a man in motion. Offensive line moves, though, over on the right side. Both the cross and also the right tackle over there got going before the play got started.
Adrenaline pumping. You're thinking about that first win and thinking about, I don't know, do they have the homecoming dance after the game, or do they have that another time?
Well, some schools now will do it on Saturday.
On Saturday,
so, yeah, they'll move it back a day. Not sure how it's set up out here, but chance for those football guys to get off their feet before they dance all night, right? 5-yard penalty makes it 1st and 15 from the 40-yard line now for Waukee. Hawk with the handoff, left side, cutting back at the 40 and forward for a yard for Niall Eddy. And
Johnston trying to hold him up and strip the ball a little bit, but he's got a hand on it.
And Coach Woodley's going to use a timeout. 3:08 on the clock. We'll see if they put a couple extra ticks on there. We'll come back with more. Fourth quarter, 31-12. Waukee with the lead. Back in a moment with more on CISN and 96.9. The Bull.
Global Direct Mail and Marketing is the
Kirk Chevy Waukee has over 300 pre-owned vehicles with 50 under 25 grand. Des Moines area, you've never seen this before. Text VALUE to 515-212-7952 and get your vehicles instant value by text. Or go to WaukeeChevy.com and click on Text My Trade-In Value. Chevy Cruze, $199 a month. Silverado 1500, $349 per month.
Who loves you, Iowa? Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee does. WaukeeChevy.com.
Obsessively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way, and from a safe distance away, delivering the energy you need while going the extra mile. Regardless of the times, our team remains committed to you.
Some other scores. Urbandale leading 49-7 over Des Moines East. As we come back to live action, they'll go on the jet sweep, handoff, and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. And another timeout's going to be used. We'll keep it here for this one. Urbandale again, 49-7. They lead over East, that one in the fourth quarter. It is all Waukee Northwest over Sioux City West. Ankeny has outlasted Roosevelt, 49-6 the final there. Dowling Catholic, again, up 44-0 against Council Bluffs Abe Lincoln. Valley in the fourth quarter, they lead Marshalltown 42-12. It's all Southeast Polk tonight as they lead 42-0 in their matchup. And Ankeny Centennial, 17-0 over Sioux City East in Sioux City. Those are our scores here for you on the scoreboard tonight. 31-12 our score with 3:09 left to play. It'll be 3rd and 17 after the loss on that play.
Yeah, and that pivotal moment there where Johnston was down and had Waukee backed up, and then they end up on 4th down, they take the safety, boot it out of there, and then force the interception and end up scoring, and now just trying to run the clock down.
They're going to look to throw. Hawk looking for a man, deflected away from Johnston. Cade Catfrey got his paw on that one. He's played well out there for the Dragons. On the defensive side of the football, it'll be 4th down, and the punt unit doesn't come out because outside of those deep kicks, they just keep Hawk out there.
Yeah, keep Hawk out there for the short kicks. And he's done a real nice job of that, the directional and pinning teams back.
They'll punt it away from the 42, the line of scrimmage. One step and a high punt this time. That one's going to get at the 25, high in the air and covered up from Waukee. Will Stubbe with the cover, and now Johnston. Well, they used a couple of timeouts and want to give that offense a shot. Still a 3-score game. at a 19-point deficit. Now
Yeah.
you could get a field goal, 2 touchdowns, 2 2-point conversions to tie it.
Yeah.
Probably not likely.
And 255, that's a tough go at it here, but I think the thing Coach Woodley wants to see is see him finish it strong here.
Adrian Brodus out there, the sophomore quarterback. Looks across the middles, got a man, and complete out to the 28-yard line as he was able to find the receiver dragging across.
Some flashes of good things out of this Johnston offense, but they end up with 3 interceptions and a fumble. And the early interception and fumble really hurt them. And then, of course, that one late, that was just a big play.
Swung out, good enough for a first down to the 38-yard line as he found Mason Cornwell for the first. 2:25 left. Johnston down by 19, trying to get another score on the board. They'll work from their 37-yard line. Brodus again, this time too high, looking for Cornwell again. It'll be 2nd and 10. Clock stops, 2:15 left here in the fourth quarter.
Again, getting some of the other defensive players in there tonight. Alfred Gebajan is in there. Nolan Garza back in. Also, Liam Bowman, sophomore, in there on the defensive line, along with Chris Hyatt. Trying to read it here in the dark.
Brodus complete. That one to the 45-yard line, a pickup of 8.
But that's good, too, here. You get a chance to get experience for some of these younger kids in this game.
That time he is able to find Ashelson. So it'll be 3rd and 2 from the 45. Clock in 1:50. Another hitch outside and another completion. So back-to-back catches out there wide.
Aiden Askelson.
Askelson, the senior, his first 2 catches of the season. As we get a quick substitution running off the field, that was Gebajan for the Warriors. First down to midfield. Clock running, 1:35 left. Brodus quickly gets up and takes a snap. Looking to his right. He'll throw. That one hauled in by Simpson after a gain of 8. Simpson's had a nice night, leading receiver on this team.
Yeah, and that's one of the better throws that he's made tonight to him. He set his feet and just threw it right out there. Hit him in stride so he could turn. Now, the defender was right there, but it was a very nice pass.
It'll be 2nd down and 3 from the 43. Looking out, that is complete over on the right side. We do have a flag here on the near side of the field. And a lot of times that's going to be formation type penalty. Looks like the ball is going to be declined. Maybe somebody was lined up off sides defensively for Waukee. Yeah, they'll decline it, and they'll take the first down.
Now, you said illegal participation on the defense, but they've declined it.
Gotcha.
Johnston did.
So they'll take the completion and the first down.
Waukee's been trying to run players in and out, and they might have had 12 on there or something, and that, so
from the 33, Brodus has the squad on the move, in and out of the hands of Simpson. With 58 seconds left here in the fourth quarter, Waukee less than a minute away from their first win here after the split of high schools.
And homecoming win.
Always good. Puts a smile on the faces of the alumni, of course, the parents, everybody here tonight. Brodus rolls to his right now, going to run. And he steps out of bounds just past the 30-yard line. It'll be 3rd down. 51 seconds left. Another substitution as Barrett Wilcoxon, sophomore, will come in for Waukee. His way over, Caleb Weiss. And we're going to get a timeout. 51 seconds left from the 29-yard line. 3rd down and 6. We'll come back in 30 seconds here. Waukee 31, Johnston 12 with the lead on CISN and 96.9 The Bull.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and you've probably noticed there's shortages on most everything in the market today. Well, Heat and Glow has helped us out this year, and they are focusing their energy on their gas fireplace inserts. So if you've got a drafty old wood-burning fireplace and you want to get it retrofitted into a beautiful, high-efficient gas fireplace, come see us. We will have product to sell you.
Heat and Glow gas fireplace insert from Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale, just west of Homeacres.
If you plan to buy a franchise, 6-6.
Back to the Central Iowa Game of the Week on 96.9 The Bull. Let's go out to the field for the play-by-play. Here's Trent Condon.
Johnston with the football. It's 3rd and 6 before they get going.
Woodley.
Touchdown. Woodley with the score with 40 seconds left. A play that broke down. Brodus keeps it alive with his feet, rolls to his left, and then had 2 receivers to choose from. Woodley gets the score. Now they're going to line up for the 2-point conversion.
See it here, he's scrambling and he comes out, and then there's just 2 guys waiting.
So they'll go for 2. 31-18 our score. 40 seconds remain. As Brodus, looks like he's going to line up under center perhaps for the first time. It's an I formation. Haven't seen this much. It'll be play action. Trying to throw it out. It's got a man, and it is in and out of his hands. No, they say got it. He had the ball long enough that they give him the 2-point conversion. It's 31-20 and not over yet. Well, we know what's coming here, Dar. It is going to be an onside kick.
Yeah, well, if you onside kick, you get a field goal right away, and then you onside kick and you get a touchdown on the 2-point conversion. We're tied up.
I told you that 19-point deficit, that's all it was.
They call me Mr. Overtime, but that's quite a stretch for them to get it to overtime in this one, I think. But you know what? You don't quit playing. And for Johnston, you can finish a little bit on a strong note here. But
certainly some positivity. Brodus, you've seen him grow, I think, as this game has gone on.
Yeah, he's gotten a little better and gotten, in some of it, he's gotten a little better blocking. And when he is moving, he's getting those feet set a little better and making better throws. That was his issue early on. He tried to throw on the run and throwing it high and throwing it low and everything.
Carson Hansen will tee it up at the 40-yard line. He will try the onside kick. He is lined up on the right hash. He's looking to the left side of the field.
And
5 guys
as
on
you
each
know,
side.
in high school, anything can happen on an onside kick.
No doubt. He's also got another guy back behind him. Keep an eye on that as Hansen will put a boot to it. And, a huge hit on the recovery. Oh, boy, that sounded like helmet to helmet down there. And that's a scary thing that you see with those onsides is no flag came out. An absolute physical play down there. And
Peyton Betts recovered it, and then he got hit right away, as you said. And Waukee fans are not happy about it. But
well, that'll do it for the game. Johnston does still have a timeout if they want to use it. But the concern certainly is Betts after taking that hit. He was helped to his feet very quickly, but he is over and having a conversation right now with the training staff of the Warriors.
And you always, always checking if you get hit in the head, the concussion protocol and all that. But we'll see what they do here. If they got a new quarterback in, and he's just going to take a knee.
As the knee is taken there by the
Garrett
backup.
Putsey.
Putsey, a senior on homecoming. Gets one knee, and that is it. Johnston doesn't look like they're going to use the timeout. No. Official coming over to the near sideline. As the final seconds are ticking away here, the Waukee Warriors will get their first victory of the year. 31-20, the final over the Johnston Dragons. Congratulations to Gabe Baker and the whole staff for Waukee. as the skid comes to an end here on homecoming. 31-20, your final Waukee a winner tonight, Dar.
You see the student section very happy there on the video, and the players as well. It's that first one is hard to get sometimes, especially with a young team. And, you know, even they had a big lead there, but then Johnston, give them credit. They were clawing back there, and but for a couple big plays, man, they were bid right back in it. And
Gabe Baker, he got a water bath afterwards, as you see the ice on the field right there at midfield.
I don't think he probably even feel that. He's probably hot and warm and just happy about the whole thing. And, you know, a well-played game for the most part here. And credit Coach Woodley. He's going to get his team back together. And they've showed some improvement even here tonight offensively. So, you know, it's been tough on them with the injuries, but they'll come back at it.
We're going to take one quick timeout. We'll come back on the other side and put a cap on things here. Waukee a winner tonight for the first time this season, 31-20 over Johnston. We'll be back here in a moment with the post-game show. We'll also hand out our Graphite Construction Group Hard Hat Player of the Game when we come back in a moment.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and you've probably noticed there's shortages on most everything in the market today. Well, Heat and Glow has helped us out this year, and they are focusing their energy on their gas fireplace inserts. So if you've got a drafty old wood-burning fireplace and you want to get it retrofitted into a beautiful, high-efficient gas fireplace, come see us. We will have product to sell you.
Heat and Glow gas fireplace insert from Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale, just west of Homeacres.
If you plan to buy a franchise business or you're thinking of starting a new franchise, there's a lawyer right here in Central Iowa that can help you through the process. Rush Niggett of Brick Gentry Law PC has set up an affordable service to help individuals considering buying or starting a franchise business. Learn more online at rushonbusiness.com. Let Rush Niggett help you buy or start your franchise. Rush Niggett, the franchise lawyer with Brick Gentry Law PC. It's good to have Rush on your side.
At D. Armand Ford Indianola are committed to giving you an exceptional ownership experience.
As a family-owned business, my dad and I are in the dealership every day to ensure you experience the D. Armand difference.
Our core values of hard work, honesty, trust, and integrity are what we build our business on.
Experience the difference at the all-new D. Armand Ford Indianola,
where you'll actually enjoy doing business.
The all-new D. Armand Ford Indianola, darmandford.com.
A business name is important, sure. For one, it's how we connect with you, find you, and do business with you. But what's behind the name matters more. Roshan Corporation of Iowa is now Graphite Construction Group. We're building offices, retail centers, tenant improvements, schools, and more. But the most important thing we build, our relationship with you. Let's get started on your construction project. Visit us at graphitegrp.com. See why at graphitegrp.com.
It's time for the Central Iowa Game of the Week postgame show. And to hand out the Graphite Construction Group Hard Hat Player of the Game from 96.9 The Bull.
Back with you one final time in one of the season. 31-20 the final here tonight. Dar, Waukee came out on fire, jumped out to a 24-0 lead. Some tense moments later in the second half, but you can see the celebration here on the field. Just a happy group of Warriors out there.
Yeah, happy homecoming night. First win of the season. First win after the split for them. And, just a big performance here tonight by Mr. Hawk. And I don't know what you're thinking, but the player of the game, he would get my vote with his running and his passing, and then his punting too. Some precision punting he's done. He's done a little bit of everything here, and just a good night for him.
No doubt about it. I think it's a pretty easy call here with our player of the game, the quarterback from Waukee, Blake Hawk, the junior. 3 rushing touchdowns in the game. Not only that, Dar, you mentioned, he did it with his leg, with the punting, pinned them deep a couple of different times, and you throw that together, he also was a physical player. He did bring that hard hat here tonight and putting his team on their shoulders and picking up the victory. But it was a team effort as well for Waukee.
Yeah, it was a good overall team effort in a game that they finished, after getting they got up big, and we saw last week against Valley, they played a good first half, and then they Valley kind of scored a couple times on them, and they weren't able to come back and finish that off. But here they were tonight, and finish it off, and end up getting the win, their first win. They go to 1-4, and let's see, they travel to Sioux City North next week, whereas Johnston, they have Dowling, so it's going to be another tough one for Dowling. And then Waukee, with that momentum of the win here, they go long road trip, but
yes.
It's always better when you're going there off your first win than if you would have been traveling over there at 0-5.
They'll be gliding over to the north side and taking on the Stars next week. That 2-hour and 45-minute drive that I made many times. That's where my wife is from.
Oh, yeah?
A little bit easier when you're coming off a victory, and Waukee gets it here done tonight. 31-20 the final. Dar, fun night. Thanks for joining me.
Yeah, it was good. It ended up being a really good back-and-forth ball game.
We had a good one here tonight, and congratulations again to Blake Hawk, our Graphite Construction Group hard hat player of the game. Final score for the final time, Waukee wins it 31-20 over Johnston, and Coach Gabe Baker picks up the first win of his career here with the Warriors. That'll do it for our coverage here tonight. Thanks for everybody out there for joining us. We now send it back to regular programming already in progress on 96.9 The Bull.
Was made